We are back once more with Survivors of Tarnstead. I'm going to start in our usual manner of introduction. First up, just making sure I was on the right window. Uh, uh,
Mm-mm.
oh no, hang on. There we go. I recently hit the show member list, which is what I used to do the rundown. There it is. Alright, first up, we have Blackheart as.
Carrick Marsh.
We have Kronos as.
RG Alira.
We have Hatdan
Look at
as.
the roster.
Tilde.
Hubris.
We have Marcus as.
Corvus Adalas.
We have Sammy as.
Gifton. Brockgren. Greysteel.
We have Tobias as.
That was a really long intro. Caspia in Steel Shot.
And you have me,
Yeah.
the very long-winded DM, who is very friendly. Who would like to give the recap?
I don't have to do it. I did it last week.
Mm-hmm.
Or
I'm just
week before
checking.
last,
Did I just space and miss Tilde being introduced?
I'm sure I said head then.
He got introduced.
Okay.
He got
Okay.
introduced.
It's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine. I'm just
That's why I used this list.
It's fine. That's why I'm just checking.
That's why
Just
we're
making
staying
sure
on the
I'm just
list.
Crazy. I'm insane. It's fine.
Well, you've just volunteered yourself for the recap, Carrick. So, please.
Okay. So, we waited to make sure it was clear where we had arrived out of town and dug up our friend Talal after we had decided that this was still the best course of action. Sorry. In the process, Raz cast some illusion magic to make sure that people don't notice that we are basically just digging a grave up and take our time to Gifton takes her time to cast True Resurrection and bring him back. Luckily, not horribly looking old, but we did give him, here, trust us, drink this completely normal bottle of youth water, so we'd make sure he didn't just immediately die of old age. We caught up a little bit to let him know why we were back. Sorry, I'm trying to read my horrible rating that was happening last week. Had to explain why Cassie was back, and because last time we had talked to him, she had
Exploded.
died. Yeah. On the trip back to... Oh, crud. I did not write that, because I've... Back to the city that I totally remember the name of.
Julia?
Yes, Tulia, thank you. We get him to use Gifton's little hat to do a new form, because can't exactly have one of the most famous faces walking back into the town after he's passed. We start setting up and explaining. Wow, I apologize even worse. My writing is far worse than I thought it was. Okay, haha. We were able to get some little discussion about our recently found bit of the forge that one of his students might have actually been either Raz or Lucifer or... Wow, it's a day.
Omiris?
Thank you. I'm glad my brain does not want to work
You
today.
need to start transcribing your notes after the session.
No, I need to actually remember how to read is the better problem.
You could try going off your memory of the session.
Nah, we basically figured out that requires more names.
It was 2 weeks ago. That's a long time.
Some
Aw.
days it feels like it. As we went back in, Corvus was able to find something from said student. We are pretty sure that might have been why the forge was, but not a big deal as we're more right now set up to leave until we found out that we are waiting for a week to get the notes from said student transcribed. So find a place to stay, and we start picking up stuff.
You mean the student Tessin, right?
Yes,
Is that who you
Tessin.
mean? Okay.
Yes, I was avoiding saying the name because.
Okay. I was
what?
getting lost.
Sorry.
Okay.
Hey, I didn't volunteer for this time.
There
so-
were like 18 students last session, so I get confused.
Yes, there was specifically Tessin, the one that
Yeah.
we think may have been
Okay.
tied to Mirrors, of either Raz, Lucifer, or himself even.
Or any other Mirror's Angel or whatever.
Yes,
Yeah.
but you'd found some recent ties, so it makes
I
sense.
want to. I want
A
to.
Mirror's plot.
I
It's
would
a
like to
Mirror's
believe.
plot.
I would like to believe Mirrors has more than 2 angels. We have no proof of it. We actually
We don't
don't
actually
have.
have proof that
Oh,
there's two.
You don't have
even.
proof? It's weird because you've met a bunch of them.
But we don't actually know if there's even.
You shut your whore mouth. I don't need your paranoia right now. Go ahead, fucker.
Wow. So we end up
Oh.
continuing on our night after getting some rest. We continue using the nighttime dealings of Saha, and Gifton is actually plays some music, including a song she learned in the Fae, which attracts some interesting attention from possibly a Fae, possibly something else. We're not sure who she was, but she had green eyes.
For a moment.
Yes. And she wants us all to meet by a specific bush, I think it was. I wrote
No,
plant.
She wants us to meet at a garden.
Garden.
Who his garden and writes plant?
Someone who was very tired at the end of last session. But yes, and we were throwing speculation of, is this a Fae that we've never heard of? Is this something else? Are we about to be murdered or friended or what? And we were told it's safe. Still try to figure out who it is. And I will be completely honest, after about that was about where I kind of lost the ability to keep track of anything. Because that was the last thing in notes I had was
we ended session.
Okay, so that's where. So my notes actually ending there was appropriate.
Mhm.
Sometimes I wonder about that.
Okay,
Think.
go ahead and take a standard inspiration.
Yeah. Sometimes question.
Now, because the DM has a blank slot in her notes here,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give a standard inspiration to whoever can successfully name the young priestess.
Sada.
Well, you go. Thank you very much. Take a standard inspiration.
Wow, not even giving the rest of us a chance to listen to what the question was.
Wait. Is Sada? Is it the one at the library or was it the one at
Denorans.
Denorans. Sada is the one
Yeah.
with Denora, Doran, and Alaval is the one.
I have Alaval.
Yeah.
Wait, can we scoop her by using some kind of devious trick like, oh, we were supposed to say, actually, or phrase the name in a question?
No.
Tell you what, beat me in a roll.
Yeah, screw it. What kind of roll? Just D20?
D20.
All right.
I'm doing D20. I rolled low. Yeah. Good chances.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what you think is happening here, but
I'm pulling the standard, and I'm not.
no.
Damn it.
I
No.
mean, it's literally, she could just pull the standard and hand it to her medic.
I can. I literally can. So I'll do that.
I don't care.
We're gambling right now.
What do I get?
DM is unhappy
Part of-
she's not part of
Part
this
of the
game.
normal
Actually-
rules.
You know what I get. You know what I get.
What do you get?
House wants her cut.
Oh, I accidentally set that down.
That's what I get. Okay.
What did you do?
You're heroic.
Um,
I don't know how to give cards to somebody. Dan, pick this up.
hold on.
Pick that up.
Don't even know where it
It's at
is.
the top. Tactical insight.
Top left.
Okay, there it is.
Just right click fake.
My thing wasn't showing any
I
stuff.
actually have the heroic version of this, so I'm fine with you having the regular version. I don't need 2 of these.
Oh.
Did you take it?
It's the top one? Alright.
Yeah, this one. Yes, there you go. Thank you.
We,
Yeah, we were going out to go find the garden, I believe, because we wanted to know where it was. We were supposed to be there at dawn break, which would be technically our bedtime
Yes.
because of how things work.
So, you guys spend a day because you had basically woken in the morning.
Mhm.
Had your lunch and breakfast. And you spend a pleasant day in Sahar. I'm not going to go through all the shopping that you could do and so on. Basically, you still have you're free to buy trinkets and collect whatever. Just add them to your character sheet, pay the appropriate costs.
Okay. I'm of course making lots of purchases of things that would be nice for adult people and not children, and I'm gonna get a lot of like good religious stuff too.
Mhm.
And I'm just loading a bag of holding down, or possibly multiple bags of holding, because I could buy another bag of holding.
Yeah, if you want to purchase another bag of holding, it is at the sort of standard rate. So,
I'm trying to get stuff that would be nice for people who are possibly later in the future stuck in the future and wish they had these things.
Mhm. But
Or Chippewas.
before long, the
Oh.
night sky is starting to brighten a little bit. So you start heading back towards the inn you stay near, where you know this garden is supposed to be close by.
Alright.
And as dawn is starting to peak, you can make your way. I do want a navigation roll for the Saharan streets.
Alright, what kind of a navigation roll would you like?
We are going to call it. You may either use survival to navigate yourself, or I would like persuasion just to chatter with people and get directions.
I will persuade.
Is everybody.
I'd like someone to take the lead.
Okay.
Otherwise, I will separate you and some people might get lost.
I am persuading. I don't know if does somebody want to navigate in a different way.
We're going to take your persuasion.
Is
We're
it
doing
survival?
athletics. I don't think I can beat anyone.
Right, persuasion, please, Gifton.
Okay.
Yeah, you're able to stop people. Some people are trying to sort of hurry to bed. You're at this sort of midway point, where Blizzard's Folk and so on haven't quite woken up yet. A lot of Drow and Duragard heading to bed. But there's some that live the in-between life, and you get into some nice little conversations, polite enough that they're more than happy to assist you. One Drow man even actually walks you the rest of the way. It's like, I live close by. Just over here, please. And
Thank you so much.
you are led to it's a garden. There is what looks like to be a water feature here. Where the water's coming from, it's hard to tell because it is sort of flowing up from fountain is the correct word, but not in the decorative sense. It is this sort of stone structure that is just spewing up water, and looks like it has a well that is like magically forcing water up.
It's like a spring.
Yes.
Magical spring.
Yeah, a magical spring that's in a stone structure here.
That's gone and sprung.
And there is a lot of plant life around here, and not just the typical cacti or the harsh shrubbery you see around, but flowers, some of what might be for Sahar an exotic variety, plenty of native ones that you might have seen on your last few trips, But
I'm gonna amuse myself by talking to some plants for a bit.
he's speaking with plants as you natively can.
Yes, I can do this. So I will do the thing.
Corvus from last week or 2 weeks had offered to provide protection to, I think it was Carrick.
You had offered to get you had offered to gift, and I had refused because I felt that would be a slight,
yeah.
and being as I'm trying to obey my customs, my people. Nope. But I told you could go ahead and do it to anybody else that wanted it, and you were worried about Carrick. So I don't know what Carrick decided. Defense against the dark arts, Carrick.
I'm now a teacher.
What was your decision,
Yes.
Carrick?
Yeah, you're doomed to
Uh,
die.
Quite true.
That is what happens with the defense against the dark arts.
Haha. Carrick, I'll say it might be better to put it on someone else. I've got quite a bit of magical defense myself now.
Corvus looks to Cassie and Archie.
The next attractive people.
Do any of you want some sort of fortitude against the Fae?
Sure. I'm fully expecting problems with this.
Yeah, you had that issue with the water nymph.
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah.
We'll just kind of do that natively.
What
You're
issue?
okay?
They kissed.
Cassie, you're getting this.
I'm sorry.
When-
The Fae are not good or evil. They're neutral. They're just chaotic neutral. It's
When are you casting it?
When we're at location close to dawn.
Okay.
Within
Have
like
you
10 minutes.
have you purchased the components for this before?
Yes.
Okay. Right, make sure you know they're consumed.
it only lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah, it eats the holy water
It
or the
eats
powdered
it.
silver.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll do.
It is.
So
gone.
yeah, closest to dawn, Corvus will do that to Cass.
Okay. Right. You do that to Cass, and a couple of minutes do pass. There are some sort of people around the garden. You see at one point one of the Scorpion Guard who appears to be off duty and is just sort of walking through the garden with a small child. Might be related. The child is not Scorpion-like, but looks like this might be the father of them nonetheless.
No.
And Talday is still Scorpion Guard, right?
No, he was a Sphinx Guard, but is currently illusionary
Sphinx
disguised.
Guard. Okay.
Yeah. I keep getting confused and thinking he's the Scorpion Guard.
Yeah,
because but yeah, he's not Toric.
No.
Yeah, I am admiring a succulent of some sort. So, look at you, so pretty. How did you get so pretty? You are the
Water and
prettiest.
sunlight.
Yeah.
I like insects.
Aren't they wonderful?
Yes.
They are crunchy.
It's only when the last of the people that you don't know around here have gone, the garden empty apart from your own group, that
Okay.
you see a sort of small unnatural movement amongst the sort of the plants here. They seem to sway in a certain direction, and as they do, coalescing out of loose petals and just kicked up dust and such, is the same drow tall woman that you met in the tavern. And she just gives a cursory glance around before smiling and looking at all of you. Oh, I'm so glad that you've come.
Kristen's gonna say a soft goodbye to the plant she was talking to and straighten up a bit and nod in her direction. It is as I said, we would come.
Well, I greet you, Lady of the Tower.
Gifton's brow is going to furrow in the way of two angry caterpillars that have descended down her face.
The drow lady is now sporting a wide shit-eating grin.
You have explanations to make.
Oh, do I?
You just got sussed entirely, huh? Just RG looking at Gifton.
I have some foreknowledge. Or back knowledge, perhaps?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to join me in the Feywild?
Why?
Well, you always mentioned, well, always is the wrong word, once or twice, mentioned that we'd met before. So I figured this is it. You talked about us having a nice little chat in the beautiful Saharan Fae.
Okay.
But I suppose we
Alright,
could
let's
push
go
the
into
going into the
Feywild.
Feywild off for another day.
I'm gonna listen to everybody else because I'm like, are you all right with this? Unfortunately, this means we have Talal with us
Mhm.
and Raziel with us because they were all supposed to come, and we have Denoran with us, right?
If you want Denoran with you.
Well, I wasn't sure if Denoran was or was not with us, but I'm
He
just
may be
keeping,
off
I
with
want to
Priestess.
keep track of which NPCs we have with us. So
If
They're on the side of he's still off with the priestess.
was he off the priestess?
No, he's
that
probably off corrupting the gene pool.
his preference is to go off. If you
Okay, so
ask him to come, he would come.
Okay, so he's gone. So
Okay.
he's just off. So we would not have
Yeah.
curbed on his freedoms.
Rez looks on edge as usual. Talal just looks curious.
That's something he never would have experienced.
Mhm.
All right, let's. I didn't realize there was any Feywild here.
Oh, shh.
Oh, secrets.
Feywild.
Since you
Secrets.
have us at a disadvantage knowing what shall we call you?
Oh, Corvus, my friend, you can
Yes.
call me Triamon.
Is that your name?
Instant glare and scowl.
That is my name. You are welcome to use it.
Corvus just doesn't like people
It is a
calling
good
him
name. I like
friend.
it.
Write that name down somewhere.
I can indeed.
Because like my brain is tending to try and write it like a Digimon name.
It is like
me
it is
too.
actually spelled like a Digimon name. This is a classic Fey name that is spelled like a Digimon name.
Huh. I used an E instead of Y, but I was pretty close.
I'm writing it phonetically and I'm writing it appropriately so that we all pronounce it right.
That's how I tend to write down names as well. I do the how it's spelled and then how it's phonetically said.
Mm-hmm.
There's
That's
very
a
few
good
individuals who uses the prefix "my dear Corvus." Does this strike anything with Corvus at all?
Nope.
Well, I have no qualms with attending into the Feywild with you.
In that case, let's see how.
It would be a bit more of a private place for our discussions, I think. It would be awkward if anyone were to come by and hear us talking about whatever it is I'm assuming we're going to discuss.
Do not worry, so. But yeah, this will be a fun way to go.
Oh, I have to worry. It's kind of the job.
And she moves up to the little spring, placing her hands on the sort of stone surrounding it. Seems to whisper a couple of things to the water. And then she steps up onto the stonework and just hops on in and sinks fully into the water.
She's gonna walk over to the water. She's gonna help plug Dingus's nose and then jump
Mimi.
in holding Dingus.
As he tries to
Dingus
squeak
wiggles
it out.
unhappily.
Down we go.
Gonna follow suit. Just look at it. Go. Okay. I'm just kind of hop in.
Okay.
Wha-
No problem. We walk over, hop.
Curious.
Okay.
Talal mumbles to himself as he's sort of tapping the water surface before he doesn't climb up and hop in. He puts a leg over into the water, then the other leg goes over, then he sort of lets himself just slip in.
Carrick's gonna climb it up and hop on in.
Alright, for those of you that can, you all sort of come along, not everyone can jump in at once, you see your party members, the moment they breach the surface of the water fully, all of their body is submerged, they vanish.
I'll throw pennies in this well, guys.
There's probably a small pile on the other side.
And on the
Or
other
the
side,
bottomless.
basically, the moment you fully submerge, it feels like you drop out of water, landing very softly on some very cushy sand. Strangely enough, you appear to be fully dry.
You okay, Dingy?
Mimi.
Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. Give you a big kiss on the muzzle.
As you all emerge, above you does appear to be just this shimmering portal of water, which last one through, it then just sort of fades away.
When it urges you, she's gonna kind of look up at it and then sidestep out of the way.
Uh-huh.
Strangely enough,
plummeting down.
as
Yes, little Trixie.
this is wider than the pond was, and it is dropping you all, making sure you don't actually pile up on the top of each other.
It's a cone.
It's thoughtful.
Mhm. It is thoughtful.
I don't know if I like my portals thinking.
But your immediate surroundings are... You can tell there's the fade nature here. The colours, the overgrowth, but your immediate surroundings have quite a few plants. They are the Saharan styling of plants, although some are far larger, far more exotic looking. A few more varieties you don't recognise. But the sand you are on is multicoloured, and not just mixed up granules, but in streaks that sort of curl off into patterns. You can see them stretching off into sand dunes of rainbows, essentially. In the distance, the air seems to be filled with sandstorms that twirl and glitter. You are in the Saharan Feywild, which apparently exists.
Are you just gonna give it a low whistle looking around?
As you're looking around, I would like people to give me perception checks.
Why do I feel like I'm in a child's story?
Yep.
Because we're in the
Avoiding a
Feywild.
comment about the DM.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
About what I can do.
Everybody but... Actually, let me roll for Razzie.
We know Razzie's gonna do better than me.
What about Dingle?
Actually, Raz has bombed his roll.
Nice. Thanks, Raz. Not letting me down.
Remember your assistance from Dingus Gifton?
I don't get my assistance from Dingus.
Oh, it's not even familiar now.
Yeah, he is.
Well, he does get his own roll.
He does get his own roll.
And what about Talal?
Talal makes his.
Dingus is a 28. So Dingus probably makes it.
Yes, it's only Gifton and Raz that don't.
Just he was a 20 given the roll.
Yes.
It's mostly because I went over, grabbed Raziel by the arms, wide-eyed, and just we're having that intense moment. Of, shit, this is bad, right?
Off in the distance, amidst some of these sort of colourful sand dunes, there is a sand dune that is shaped. It's clearly still made of granules and so on, but it looks almost pyramidal in structure. And from it, you can see emanating a sort of very, very faint whirling energy that carries off into the sky at an angle, and those sort of sandstorms that you can see seem to collect around it almost, creating a twisting spiral of glittering sand.
Arjie's actually going to, when she knows it's Gifton, looking around her else, just kind of lightly poke Gifton and just
Point her in that direction.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good for my
it's either that or
anxiety.
just
Thank
do the
you.
comedy of turn head.
Hey, Raz, look.
Somewhat lovely.
I'm glad you think so. The large Fey lady, clearly Fey lady now, now that she's in here, she is wearing very, very transparent Saharan robing. Flows in an array of sort of pinks and purples. It's quite pretty. No real shame in it, which Saharan Fae probably not surprised.
Gifton doesn't even take this at a glance.
And
It's
she
fine.
does have a large pair of wooden-looking antlers, essentially.
Thought that was going somewhere else.
Those are large
They're
as well.
large, all right.
Yes.
But
You
they're
could
not.
say
made of
she
wood.
has quite
No.
a rack. Eh?
Where's your friend?
Oh, Toy. He's not here.
Toy?
Toy. Oh, completely of his volition.
Oh.
She just smiles. I do rather like permission when playing.
Oh,
Probably better. Alternative.
it is fun.
But perhaps
Alright, Triamon, how do you know who we are?
perhaps proper introductions are in order. I am Triamon, daughter of Razem and Oberon.
My baby!
Hello,
Wait.
mother.
Oberon.
Gifted
Of a
is
sort.
gonna run forward and start hugging this new child. Mine.
And she'll just place an arm around you.
And
Yes.
like a
Oh,
stepmother.
look
And
at you.
this
No,
is not
mother.
a past tryst for you. This is a future tryst.
What?
Doesn't happen.
Making sure that they are aware that it was not when Razem was back in the past. Her and Oberon did not meet.
Oh, yep. So I'm mom.
Yes, for a stepmother, you are
Look, she has
very
my
insistent on
cheekbones.
this.
See, look.
Oh, that's a cold line.
the, yes, you always are very insistent. It is nice to see you, mother. When I was old
Wait,
enough.
what? Wait, why are you here?
So, the Saharan Feywild interaction is rather affected by the presence of the Sphinx temples.
Hmm.
They act as a sort of pathway in the Feywild leading back and forth. And I like to visit.
I see. And you'd like to scare your mother.
Of course.
I should have you over my knee right now,
Fun.
young lady.
I don't think your knees anywhere big enough.
I would try.
It's fairly sweet. And she's going to pat the top of your head, looking down at you, Gifton.
Look at my daughter. She's a beautiful ass. Look at her.
I do. But it is so nice to... can we drill up disguises?
Nice. Well, I'm kind of out of mine. I'm halfway there.
Say you and I are both, I think, in
I'm halfway there. I'll take my ring off.
normal appearance.
Yeah.
So.
Sounds like Gifton's just talking in euphemisms for the last 3 minutes.
Gorvis
Used to have
takes off
Grover.
his hat and sits down and on something and just.
As you take your ring off, Gifton, she actually motions her antlers, where you'll notice there is a little padded area. There's just some like leather and cloth wrapping around one section, and looks like a bit of twine wrapped around just above as a little handhold.
Look at it. Squint.
It is your seat of honor.
See, I'm not sure if you're just kind of joshing me to get me to do something because you think it would be cute.
She just grins at you.
Uh-huh. I will humor you this time, child. I'll go slap up there.
Oh, the amount of times I have heard that.
This is an image I shall not forget.
Cass will
There's no
eventually
curation's
take
dead.
off the amulet just after like.
What's
absolutely
really funny
paranoid.
is Corvus just took off the hat and nothing happened because you have to do the thing.
Uh-huh.
Metacum.
Mhm.
And
It's immediate result.
His head is still in the palm of his hand as he sits down.
she, as you actually start to sit down, the sand rolls beneath you and actually comes up to meet you in the form of a sort of blocky chair. Anyone that wishes to sit will receive the same, as she actually goes to lounge on a large sofa-like object that appears out of the sand.
My daughter is a lady in Zaha. That's wonderful.
I am indeed.
Quite intriguing.
Exact same
It is
lounging.
lovely to see you all, aunties, uncles. Auntie Cassie, you've got some growing to do, it looks like.
She seems to go backwards.
That shouldn't last long, I think.
Every visit recently to the Feywild has resulted in me getting smaller and knobblier.
She's so cute.
Well, this is another visit to the Feywild. Shall we continue with the trend?
No,
Yes.
Yes.
Cass is actually literally pulling wide load and pointing at RG. No.
You know, if she gets little enough, she can't threaten us with that anymore. She won't be able to lift it.
Oh, you would be so cute.
I'd have you in the river before you fired.
But alas, if you do not wish it, it will not be. So,
I'm sorry, even though I'm smaller, I'm still as strong as I would be if I'm full grown.
Diminishing returns eventually, Cassie.
Or do you just want to go, and I'm stronger.
yes, this has not changed much. Okay, so at what point are you? You have Talal, I see, so how far along?
Yeah, grinding out the week to get Corvus's book on, or scrolls copied about Tessin? Is that who it was, Corvus? Tessin?
Yes.
Oh, Tessin. Okay, right. Also, Talal, my sympathies for your death. It is nice to see you again. Talal, just sort of, okay, thank you. And, she goes, have you been...
Again?
have you...
She's been through time a few times. She might have seen him at another guy's.
Have you
He
been
doesn't hide it.
to, I'm no Sphinx, I can spoil her. The tower?
Oh, yeah, we went there.
The
Okay.
one on the island off of Barast.
Yes.
Yes, we just came from there.
Oh, sorry. Okay, well, Tessin, you figured it out yet?
No. He'll be very cross
Probably.
if you tell him
Yes,
about
he
it.
will. I'll let you handle that. So,
Right now.
Corvus shakes his head.
Secrets. Fun.
I do not care for secrets, but I know that
So
he...
what's the point of staying here for a week then?
Because we still have to get the notes.
No, we
Because-
don't.
If we don't figure it out, then you won't tell her.
Then I can't tell you.
Time. It is annoying.
All of this is.
Goes in paths and circles back always.
No, I thought I had something, but I guess. Wonderful.
Or just kind of look at him. Sometimes I'm genuinely happy I'm not smart enough to understand.
Well, as far as you having something, you will have something, and you'll share it with me, and I won't share it with you.
All right.
All right, then what did you want to discuss with us then?
Well, I am hoping that he clues into the obvious in that I know him. He's pointing at Corvus.
Oh, that means he doesn't
Yes.
die.
Okay. That's good to hear.
Congratulations.
So you're alive when Razem and Oberon and me get baby.
She opens her mouth and she looks like she's going to correct it, something.
You've got
Realize
scared
it's futile.
ears.
Cause-
It's not Kara's ears. It's so great.
Never the
I am
firmest
fairly
grasp on
sure.
biological nature. Beyond that, frankly, there's no real import to our meeting, I suppose you could say, beyond I know it happened, and I am quite overjoyed to have it happen. But...
Was I the. Was there others around during that meeting? Or is it just me?
Oh, what? Wait, this is the meeting. I know this meeting happened, so...
No,
You
no,
also
no,
look
you
bad.
don't understand. Corvus is talking about when he eventually tells you about the thing that you don't tell him about right now because he's going to learn about the thing from Tessin. He's really wrapped up about this right now, and he's really frustrated and angry because you're holding information from him that he's clearly going
I
to
see.
get, but he wants to know the information of why when he gives it to you and why, because then he'll know.
What I will say, Uncle, is that you were starting to grey a little. But
He seems to be now.
But most people are still quite hale and hearty.
Pretty sure that would stress.
Also, he seems to be balding. That or it has been manual.
I think it's manual.
It has to be manual.
Have you seen how he grips at his hair?
Fair.
Auntie Echo does wonders for your temperament.
Oh.
And she got him this new shampoo that really helped.
No, need to know, do they have cute babies?
She looks at you, opens her
This is
mouth
really
briefly
hard.
to
I'm
say
getting
something.
up on her horns, so if she looks at
Yeah.
me, her head's gonna move, which means
And
the horns are gonna move.
she can side glance.
Is Echo with us?
Echo's
too?
with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
Uh,
Echo doing anything with this? This question is me.
she just looks really interested.
Okay.
Oh, part of me was hoping she was just building a sandcastle.
Echo does
instead.
actually take your hand off and goes, "I'm good for your temperament." She opens her mouth to reply to your gift and then just closes it with a smile. Let's see. How can I be helpful without breaking anything?
Which one of mine's the worst behaved?
Oh, that is very hard to answer. I tell you that they both do very well in their visits to the Feywild.
Can't say surprised about that.
Yes,
Popular.
yes,
Given their genetic-
Sifanoa is quite fond of them.
Oh no.
Oh no?
I know that name.
Oh yes, Sifanoa and Milladil?
Mm.
Discord and Harmony
babies.
by their titles.
What?
Oh.
Huh.
Ah,
I'm just going to do that. I'm saying just for my own sake. That's her putting point A, point B.
Yeah,
You go, oh, that's the kids.
yes. Oh, that's right. And she's actually going to reach her hand up to you, Gift, and goes, "You're carrying them now, yes?"
Yes, I am. I didn't tell anybody their names.
I am sorry. Should I make everybody forget?
I haven't named the other two yet.
She closes her mouth.
You know what I named them?
Yes.
What is it?
You don't get to know.
That I do get to know.
Yes.
How do you know that you
Think of
don't
it.
tell me?
You didn't mention it.
But I
She didn't
that we just had a
mention
nice
naming the other
meeting.
ones either, but
I meant that she didn't
She'll get to
mention you
know
telling
in the
her.
future when she names them.
do you know the names yet?
I know that. What?
how does she know that she knows the names until she knows what names
I-
she...
I don't want to be the
Okay.
one to give you the names.
I'm testing you. I want to know if you're really from the future. What names did I give these two children?
You've caught me. I am actually a saboteur Fae under Melis's orders. I am actually
Milicis?
I'm sorry, the name is hard for me.
Eris.
Miris.
Milicis, I see.
Nemesis.
Nemesis
Miris.
It's all of Nemesis blood.
Look, it is a name that is not used often in my time.
Don't worry, if that is your true intention, you will become a staunch ally very soon.
Oh, yes. Isn't that the story you always taught?
It's kind of the way things
Your
tend to
arm's
go.
no long, Kada.
Look right over her ass.
No, it is the correct color at this time.
Let's see. So some fears. Miris is
Luckily,
not
that seems-
having you on. Well, more so than they would just natively.
Yeah.
It all goes quite well.
Do I mess about in that tower anymore?
No. At one point, you guys will sort of just take it up on Miris's offer, use it as a staging point, but you don't do a whole lot with it during this. After everything is fixed, it will become an important place.
Oh, okay.
Miris was quite surprised that you found it without them directing you.
She's aware we found it then.
Oh, yes.
Well, right now he knows someone found it. Hopefully he doesn't know us, otherwise he'd be coming for us.
Hmm.
Nah,
Even
she
though
might
we
not.
long term-
She,
We could
she might
always just go back.
She might just watch us from a distance to see what we're up to.
Nolan, it is so nice to see you again. Have you met Sadar yet? And
He wasn't
oh,
good
he's
with
not
us.
here. That's right.
No,
Yeah,
he's not
bugger.
here.
I was about to say,
She'll actually,
wait.
in that case, she'll actually ask you. Nolan is with you, yes?
Yes, he's with Sada.
He's with Sadar. Good. She decided to come with you.
Yep.
Okay, you should know that she is actually set to the task.
So she definitely
anymore?
wants to do it.
Just after your last visit and all of that kerfuffle, the Sphinx Guard made sort of arrangements. There is a minor sect within the Heian religion that is preparing to resurrect the faith for the future.
Oh no! Why would they have
Okay.
this weird idea?
Why wouldn't they?
I wonder.
Cassie, what happened last time?
Uh,
What do you mean?
she talked to the Hay Priestess about a lot of things.
Oh, she never told us.
Oh, it wasn't.
I was stuck
Different
in a
time
temple
traveler.
for hours.
All we knew is that you said the word for the coupling of a child of an angel and a
Yeah, I
mortal,
did.
and then all vengeance came for you. But we only
Yes.
found out about that through angels because you wouldn't talk to us about anything that happened. So we've had to guess what happened.
Oh, this is when you learn about that. Okay. I'm sorry, Auntie Cassie.
Yeah. I bet.
It all turns out for the best, though.
Mm-hmm.
It did.
Well, yes, the Heian sect and the Sphinx Guard make plans. They arrange for, well, I suppose you could call Sadar a bit of an arc. Not that her feelings for Denoran are quite genuine.
Oh, good. That would really break his heart.
Is that the
Actually, it might not.
Drow?
He's kind of pretty just happy with having sex with somebody and moving on.
Yeah.
I'm personally
Yeah.
that arc idea? The drow that the
No.
Sphinx has.
No, it's Sadar herself. Arc of knowledge and faith.
Ah,
They have essentially prepared somebody to travel into the future every generation or so.
So she's prepared for what will
Intriguing.
happen.
makes sense.
That's good.
Wow. I didn't get into that great of detail.
What did you say?
That she kept questioning why I was around and why I was trying to learn all the priestess stuff because that's what I was doing because I was going to try and help. And then at lunch, she kind of really confronted me and challenged me, and well, things happened, and I tried to I tried to give answers without giving answers. And she's far more perceptive than I gave her credit for.
She is was the high priestess of the faith. Of course, she is smart. She started making inquiries,
Of course she
specifically
is.
at the Sphinx Guard.
And she's also the one who turned me in.
But all's well that
Um,
ends well.
According to what I heard from Turiel, it was because you said the no word.
Yeah, and
And
she
that-
went to Lucifer.
I don't know if that's what happened, but I know that if a mortal says the no word, it
You can say it
alerts-
here.
Yeah, if you say Nephilim on the mortal plane, it sends an alert to every angel in the gods because it triggers divine.
Reprisal.
Yes. So if she had just said it in request to another scribe and asked, "Could you tell me what a Nephilim is?" it would have triggered it. It doesn't mean that she had to go talk to Lucifer.
I will say,
Word.
no, never mind.
Anyway, so you're saying that she has been prepared because of what happened last time, so
Yes.
she will be able to help in the future. That's
However,
good to know.
preparation is not everything. She will be a little lost, so look after her when it's all said and done.
Of course.
I think Denoran will be able to help quite a bit.
Yes, as long as he has left.
What? Why would you say something like that?
Nodding. Knowing not.
Listen, just because you've been alive for 10,000 years doesn't mean you can dismiss the life of Denoran so easily.
10,000 years? Oh, as if.
I'm talking to him, not you.
Oh, yes. Oh, you're only 10,000 right now, Tony?
For now. I think. Probably.
You got a while until you get your new arm.
2 days later.
2 days later, Denoran's dead, and we have Stelte with a new arm.
I'm just glad
Denoran's arm.
to have. God, I hope not. Seem to have a normal life since I have not had anything commented. Luckily,
Well, don't tell anybody, but the Nolan goes out just as he would wish.
In bed?
Yes.
Oh, good. How many priestesses?
No priestesses, an assassin that he wooed.
Oh. She still got the job done, though, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Shame.
Sad. You all will weep, but he is well received upstairs.
That's good. I'm glad.
at least he gets to go how he wanted to live.
Yes.
Yes.
He wouldn't have it any other way.
And he's gonna go into Heia's arms, so he'll be fine.
Sailor takes on after his ship.
Aww.
Develops quite the heretical streak.
What?
In which direction?
He
Like,
less moral than you'd think.
okay, so not like against Heya, but more.
Just in general, most people are fair game.
Okay.
Quite good at it.
I shall have to speak to Sailor again soon.
I'm sure he would like that.
Whatever you do, doesn't matter who it is. Do what you.
So it has been a couple of 100 years since I last saw some of you. So forgive me if this is a bit strange, but it's purely selfishness that I wanted to say hello again.
Hello.
Oh, I'm really happy to see you.
Completely understandable.
The children are brats.
I'm assuming that you're talking to the dragon and
Mhm.
not talking to me.
That does not surprise me at all.
Really, you give them everything they could ever want, and
I was just
it really
saying,
has an
they're probably
effect.
Spoiled. As long as they get.
You can only want the best for your children, and as one of my children, you should know that.
Well, the best for me would be them not visiting and setting fire to groves, but you know,
Why are they sitting?
I'd-
Who let them have fire?
Do you forget about their mother?
Yes, I'm the dragons, dear.
I don't play with fire.
Wrong parents.
yes, Calix, all the same.
My children.
Oh, those children. Yes. Okay.
Although I am
said
quite sure that
dragons.
yours will as well.
I actually wasn't sure that I was trying to dissuade it shouldn't be mine that were the bad ones, but I was assuming it would be mine that were the bad ones because I see what they do now.
Svano has a bit of a streak, but most of your cunt children are quite delightful. The ones that, yes. So,
Is there a certain well-known one that continues to?
All right, the well that means tragedy, and I upset at you.
no tragedy. Only happy times.
That was a very not convinced look.
I will try to teach them not to randomly set things on fire.
I have a weird question.
Mm-hmm.
How many times did you see us before this?
Oh, quite often. It's just
Do you remember what the last time was like?
as a whole, everybody. Yeah,
Something like that.
last time I
Here's
saw all of you
together.
together. It was as happy as it is sad. You all knew, in a sense, that it would likely be the last time. Not all of you embrace immortality, as you could say.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
A well-lived life is worth living.
Yes, exactly. Though it's things as that do go on, I will tell you.
I'm Mario, can I live my wife by long range eternal? Or are you gonna be pissed?
Well, I think you should all know that you'll leave good legacies behind.
No, that's good. So you know my songs?
Yes, you taught me them.
Oh, I did I?
Yes.
Well, I want you to sing one of them.
Okay.
Here, I have this one I just learned. Let's try it.
She will actually start singing some songs. Some of them are familiar to you. Some of them aren't.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them are inappropriate?
A couple.
Yes.
Yeah, she will happily sing, and she does have quite a pleasant voice.
The songs that I know, I'll actually join in, and I'll just appreciate the ones I don't.
But Corvus.
Corvus has maybe been squeezing Echo's hand quite a bit through this, but he will
Ow.
look up.
You should know that you, and a dreamer, it is not permanent, and it does not change you. Well, the experience does, but only in the sense of learning. I know that you fear the end of yourself.
What am I supposed to respond to that? How am I supposed to respond?
That's nice to know.
An attempt to comfort you. But I apologize. Apparently, I have conveyed the fears that you were going through to children later.
No, he does.
You talk to him a lot?
Yes.
Why?
Because you bring such interesting things.
Because you're family.
No, everything that you've been saying, I've been constantly thinking of actually doing the opposites of everything that you say. Just because it would humor me. It would actually bring a smile to my face that I actually do something that is not preordained by whatever thoughts people have. But it's good to know that this all goes away in my mind, that I actually become more of a rational individual.
Only you could hear that things turn out well and be upset about it.
Which one was that? Said that?
That's Triamon.
Okay.
We are here for a week. I don't know how long your time travel is going to be. If my dear daughter would like to have a visitation at some point, I would not mind coming into your little grove here and singing and whiling the time. I would enjoy it a lot.
You'd be more than welcome. I do not know how long the pathway will remain open this time round, but I'd like to spend time with you while it is.
I would like to as well. I'm sorry I make you miss me.
You don't know that.
I know that.
Well, you are free to explore as you wish. If you want to leave the Feywild, that is also understandable. It can be a little tricky. But for now,
What is the structure over there with the pyramidy look?
it is a reflection of one of the Sphinx temples here.
Has Tammy ever come in here?
Tammy has never come into the Feywild itself, but I know her well.
You know, Tammy, she is so adorable.
As she calls me a annoying hijacker.
Hijacker.
Probably fair.
Yes,
Okay.
every time a traveler moves through the timeways, gives us opportunity to move about ourselves.
So you decided to come along for a little bit of a ride.
I did. And it's an interesting experience. It feels different back here than it will after the awakening.
Yeah, she gets very sputtery about that. The awakening.
The laws of time and reality themselves are rewritten and completely different. Only it's overblown.
I'm sure that most of us wouldn't even notice it happened.
Yes, you really have to be a much more evolved and higher being to see it.
Raziel, you're going to be driven nuts.
Apparently. Well, I shall fix some refreshments. I will be back with you soon.
Right.
And she just sort of stands up, walks off into some of the sort of plant life, and appears to vanish.
I will disembark her antler seat
Yeah,
that I was
set you
on
down first.
during that because otherwise I'm going for a ride to go get refreshments done, which I might do just because it's a mom thing.
No,
but
she's
I
going to
feel
set
like
you
if you're
down.
the party,
She's going to give you to Dingus.
Yeah, gonna give me to Dingus.
Which she actually gives you to Dingus to hold in his mouth, which Dingus
Whoever
does.
said she was going for some refreshments. That was
Hey.
10,000 years ago.
That was 10,000. Your mom went to the store and she has to come back.
Dingus just look at you, Gifted, in confusion as he sort of sets you down and go, and you get the flash of baby.
That's our baby.
Dingus's eyes go vacantly in different directions as he's trying to puzzle this out.
She's
So,
gonna make
about
big
normal.
tummy and go Razem.
Dingus looks momentarily horrified.
You just implied Dingus and Razem. He doesn't understand this.
But you don't understand. Dingus also thinks my babies were his babies. So, you know.
He's also
If
trying
you
to
never
compute Triamon at her current size. And
An egg.
yeah, and you just get meeps of no in your head.
I go. Remember when we go in the where the cat monster is?
He bobs his head.
And we go to time that is before when
Doesn't
we were?
understand.
Okay. Well, she ran backward very fast from baby and grew big. It like your water, but other way.
When was them have baby? Didn't see Tom.
We've been gone.
Dingus is now meeping at you. Not that long. Not that long.
I know, but water make fast. Have to do it again. Slower this time, okay?
You get the mental flashes of okay that are tinged the shapes of not actually okay.
Okay, but not really okay.
Going to give
Dingus does not
an
understand.
aneurysm.
Does not compute.
Dingus hasn't realised you've been time traveling all this time, so
He doesn't
Yeah,
understand. That's why he got mad why people aren't like letting him be at his river.
Uh-huh.
All right. Yeah, I'm looking for. Well, I mean, that's kind of good news, right? That hey, your kids need to not light fires. Have you considered
and
structure in their lives?
depending on how old they are, I'm pretty sure if they sneeze, they may.
Why
start
don't
a
you
fire.
raise them like children of the brownies? Make them scared of everything outside.
That seems
There
like a
might be
bad
a
idea when something is fully capable of ripping anything they find into.
Make them scared of everything outside.
The size might cause a problem.
You
there.
know, I had a cousin that apparently got taken by a squirrel. They think he was raised in the woods. We're not sure.
One-off character seated.
Off. We finally found the missing brownie. Why is it bearing acorns?
Why is it chittering madly at us?
Listen, where squirrel brownies are a thing, I believe it.
Raziel's just sort of doing his usual, chin on hand, pondering. Going, she's a dangerous font of information.
Isn't she just? I can tell she's related.
That is also true.
There are questions I want to ask, but I dare not.
What do you want to ask her?
His eyes actually down for a second. Nothing important.
No, I can tell from your eyes they're quite important to you.
It is childish, and, well...
It's not childish.
He actually glances over at Corvus for a moment and goes, things to keep a lid on until we're done.
Okay. Are you okay? I mean, that whole tower thing was kind of a moment for all of us, I think. But I think mostly for you, because that was a lot.
That was some shit.
Again, that can be processed when we're done.
Well, I mean, if you want to have a good scream, this is a good safe place for that. And you'd be totally in your rights, you know?
I mean, even a temper tantrum out here, I don't think you're going to do much damage.
Well, I
We
don't
have
think
a week
everybody
before-
expresses their emotions violently like that all the time. But I'm just saying, if you want to let it out a little bit, you're here with friends. You can be frustrated. You can be mad. Be angry.
Yeah.
You can be hurt.
I fear that if I start, I will not stop.
Okay.
Join the
I mean, if
club.
you get going for, if you're going for too long, we can just knock you out.
Speaking of which, Talal, in that top hat that I lent you,
Yes?
there is a Wando.
He,
Can you
he,
get it out?
he reaches in, rummages about, pulls out a rabbit.
No, the wand, please.
Okay, sets this, the emerald down, rummages about again, pulls out another one.
Oh, these are really cute. I love them.
One
I'm
of,
going to try to get one to come over to me.
how are you doing it?
Just kind of trying to,
bunny.
yeah.
You didn't.
basically.
Bunny.
I'm going to try to get it to come over. I'm going to try playing with it.
It comes on over, does a few little hops over, gingerly sniffs at your hands, and then it sort of falls through the floor. It just goes whoop, downwards and
I didn't do that.
reappears a short distance away, bounds about in the sand, whoop, bounce about in the sand a bit closer to you.
It's playing its own
God.
game. It's
like
called
the
You
Blink
Can't Touch
Dog.
Me.
It's like the blink dog.
It does come closer to you every time it does it, and then darts away.
I love owl mirages. They're so cute. You know, I rode one into battle to rescue a whole bunch of creatures in Cuthwaite that one time. They
Oh,
were
was that
really amazing?
in the sewers?
Yeah,
I-
The one
they,
that went
they,
like 5
they-
paces and then just disappeared into the cement again.
Oh. So they went with me for a while, but eventually, when we got to the point we were going to go down the tunnels, I asked if they knew the way out, and they started sinking into the tunnel. And then I was like, I don't think I can go with you, and they were sad, and then they left.
One Ecot playing with Carrick is actually hopping over to Dingus, and have you seen a rabbit when they're doing like the play fight?
Yeah, they bat. with their
They
feet.
bat with their feet, hop about a bit, bat with the feet. It's doing it to Dingus, and Dingus is just like rearing back and like, what the fuck is this? Mimi? Mimi?
Oh, it just wants to play with you, Dingus. We'll play back.
So who else is waiting for Dinkus to
Tackle.
fall on his back? Oh
Uh,
God, now you're Pokemon.
Dingus will try and pounce it. It is not effective. It just sinks into the floor as Dingus lands there.
Mhm.
Reappears.
Frustrate
Kick,
Dingus.
kick, kick,
Dingus.
Dingus not like this game. Me.
At least they're intelligent enough to understand horn bad. Because I was half expecting you to say, and it uses the horn. You said play fighting. I'm like, Dingus. No.
I cannot find a wand.
Oh, okay. Well, it's in there.
He just holds the hat out to you.
I'm little right now, and this is a big hat. All right, going in.
Alright, so you're gonna clamber up on hop off Dingus onto the hat.
This was
Yeah,
how
the hat,
Gifton
the hat.
dies.
Dive it into the hat.
Okay. You land at the bottom of the hat.
I'm gonna find the wand.
Okay. So you wanna reach your hand in past the sort of bottom of the hat you're standing in, because it appears like you're standing in a mundane hat right now.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Your hand does sink further than it should. Which is weird because it doesn't like vanish into the fabric. It's almost as if the fabric just is further away. Which, when you're standing on it, is hella weird to your sense of perception.
Yeah.
Um.
I'm gonna pull my sleeve up because I'm really getting down in there.
Okay. Your hand will fall on what feels like the very large to you wand.
Start pulling it up. It's heavy.
All right. This is gonna take you a while.
Yeah, I'm in the hat. Do this. I got it. All right.
Dingus tries to prop himself up and peer down into the hat at you, me being concerned, but is then tackled by the Mirage. So you just see his head whip as it vanishes. And you hear angry pseudo dragon hitting.
Now Mirage does the jump kick bounce.
Yep.
Flips in midair, then disappears.
As far as anyone can tell, the Mirage is having a good time.
Yeah.
The only thing we're doing right now.
Rabbits are amazing bullies, and they love bullying other animals.
I was just say all we're doing is training Dingus to hate rabbits.
Yeah. Yeah, Yuli had a rabbit as a kid and is channeling some memories that she forgot about.
You're completely good memories though, because I remember my rabbit that I had for like 12 years, and she was a total little monster to other animals. She was like, haha, you can't do anything to me because you'll get in trouble.
Now all I need is Carrick's Blink Doc to come along and just drown it with licking.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened with Susie and Will the police rabbit.
I mean, I have one of those hats too, and there's a blink dog at home, so it probably will happen at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Well, we're waiting for
refreshments and gifting to lift the wand out.
Refreshments to come. Cass is settling down, pulling off wide load because she's been wearing it ever since we got here.
Why have you been packing that around? And
because there's really no place to put it, because it's not safe to leave in a bag, and it's nice and hidden in the illusion.
Do you need assistance?
It's not nice and hidden in the illusion.
It is, because you can't see it in the illusion.
My illusion
the weapon
only
would
changes
not
your
hide
outfit
the
and your clothing. That's it.
Yeah, It would not hide the weapon.
Oh,
Uh,
the
so,
weapons. My weapons previously were hidden.
They weren't.
I thought they were.
We all stowed
You
our
are-
stuff.
you-
So
Nope, our stuff was still different. That's why I had
Uh-huh.
to still gun.
yeah.
yeah, you were also
Ah.
using a sword. Remember?
Okay. Well, then I'm mistaken. Then no, I haven't been wearing it.
Yeah.
So you've been
Okay.
running around with a Spartan laser.
No,
on your
she
back.
hasn't, because that would cause issues immediately.
Yeah.
No, I was under other assumptions. Then that's
Yeah.
my
Okay.
bad.
Alright.
Do you need assistance over there, Gifton?
It's heavy. Could you just give me a little bit of a
Gonna-
tug?
Gonna walk over there and
Okay, you can easily lift the wand and gifting out if you want.
Yeah.
There you
Okay,
go.
good. All right. RG, this was yours. How did you want to deal with it?
It was Talal's hat.
No,
No,
that's my hat.
it's Gifton's hat. She lent it to Talal to use
Oh
the
right, yeah.
Yeah.
illusion, but I'm guessing that whatever the wand is must have been RG's.
It was the
Previously.
wand that RG asked for from Miris.
RG died.
I think RG did die.
Kronos?
I'll be honest, I wasn't aware it was my wand.
Remember it was you were the one that asked for it, so I was assuming that you would want to have some say on when and how that got used.
Oh, I legitimately hadn't thought it was mine because Gift had taken. I assumed it was Gifton's.
No, it got put in my hat. I didn't take it.
Okay. I wouldn't go. I'll be honest. Give it to Raz and see if what he wants to do with it.
No, I already told you what this is, Raz.
Yes.
Where do you want it to be? How do you want it handled? We're in a safe place. We can actually discuss it now, which we haven't been.
He looked away for a second and goes, I'm not sure I want that back. I don't know. He closes his eyes for a second. Forgive me if it sounds morbid. I do not mean it in some sorrowful, self-mourning way. I'm not sure I want to continue on.
You'd like to experience.
And I'm terrified of that as well.
It's not so. You probably gotta go.
If you don't want to be an angel again, no one's gonna force you.
Recent revelations just seem an extra reminder of how terrible a thing being that can be.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you finding a way for me to have the option.
All right. Well, it's in the hat in case any time you change your mind.
Thank you.
I mean, honestly, I think being an angel would be a better option than being a sludge monster.
I didn't know that Sludge Monster was my other option here.
I mean, Gifton could probably make you one if you wanted to try.
I assumed my other option was continue on in a mortal form and then eventually, I don't know, becoming dust as happens.
Maybe, go to heaven, maybe, or get reborn as something else. I don't know.
I'd be curious.
I mean, given you're in one of them compatible body builds for that, do
You're cutting
That-
out a lot.
you're
Kronos.
cutting out,
every syllable.
sorry. I'm just gonna go. I mean, given you're in one of them compatible body things that you told us about before, but I fully admittedly wasn't paying much attention to, would that preclude you from the whole demon thing?
No, it wouldn't. That is still...
And why don't we put some effort towards trying to figure out how to stop that part?
I think we'll have to ask Turiel about that. Yes?
Yeah, we can
Probably.
ask Triel about it.
I wonder.
Where are these blasted refreshments? She's a fae. She should be able to do this instantly.
Oh, you didn't realize that she's just doing that to keep us all here. She doesn't want us to leave. She's probably watching.
It is a desert. They are hard to wrangle off.
Either that or she's already gone.
I mean,
Wink.
No,
probably right. So there's a bunch of shit we probably need to talk about.
she's probably, for one, giving us a safe place to talk because we're always on the run, right? For two, she clearly misses one, possibly more people here, and she's taking an opportunity to see them.
Oh, all of the above.
Yep. And she's probably hoping that we'll have a nice little chat and she can kind of be privy to some of our dirty little secrets.
So, Razem and Oberon.
I
mean,
know, isn't that wonderful?
I am
She's already privy to most of our little secrets.
puzzled as to how that happens.
Well,
I'm here.
I'm so impressed. I didn't know Oberon had it in him. Razem is quite the woman.
would that mean that you and Oberon are married as well?
No, we wouldn't be married. They just had sex. That's not where babies come from.
It's not the act of marriage does not just cause babies. I'm sure we talked about this in the past. Till I was saying to you,
I was hoping that through that.
I will be honest. I attempt to avoid remembering any conversation about human biology,
it's
or
fascinating.
fae
though.
biology, or elven biology, or dwarven biology,
Telltale, biology.
or centaur
Biology.
biology. I have a large
Razem,
list. This
you're
may take some
probably
time.
one of the most
Technically.
beautiful women in the world. And somehow Oberon managed to get her to bed.
Well, considering, I was going to say his
That is a
diehard
very
love
dangerous
of
betting,
Titania. I can't imagine it's more than a fling, but who knows how things change.
Like I
It
said,
seems
that's a
he
very dangerous betting because if he pisses her off, she has ready access to iron.
It's just how they
Really?
greet people in the
That's
Fae in
not
the
the kind
future.
of person Razem is.
I would figure if anything, she has direct access to Gifted, which is probably more dangerous.
I'm terrified of
upset.
Oberon, you know that.
Everyone knows that the scariest person in that family is her
Care.
husband.
That's actually a better point there. She would have quick
Probably
access
one of her
to care.
kids.
Yes, we'd make the wrong move and care can end us all.
Yes.
Mhm. You are linked to very many powerful people, I say, looking
Oh, I wonder how this has happened.
How
Hmm.
does that all work now with the... Oh yeah, we discussed this. That's correct.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing right now out there, anyway?
Me right now, here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, at this point, I believe I am over on Orland's land,
Mm-hmm.
rallying up a invasion force to go secure a location that is of religious significance.
To who?
Orland or
To Orland's people. Right now, they are quite fractured. There are different tribes that believe in different things. What does Orlan represent? What kind of battle does he like? What's more important, violence or honor? That sort of thing. I'm currently getting together the more honorable ones to secure a religious site.
Oh, that's neat.
is this for one of the? Would this have been for one of the keys or something?
Not directly, more just a foundation of a, forgive me for saying, an easier to manipulate society in future.
That's fair.
Make him less barbaric and prone to violence.
I mean, I'll be honest. It's still kind of a good thing. So
Oh yes, it does sound like it is.
Yeah.
How did it work out?
Decently. Never quite got them at the point I wanted, but it worked out decently.
That's good.
We haven't made any inroads in that continent.
Oh, do you want to go over there and just pop in to say hi?
Well, I suppose if we needed another army,
Don't
that
think
would have
we
been
need
helpful.
to traumatize Raziel like that.
I don't need to be traumatized like that.
Oh,
What? Why would you be
your
traumatized?
grandfather might appreciate you taking an interest.
That exact reason right there. The second I set foot on that continent, Grandpa's going to be like, kill her or make her strong.
It's perhaps a visit from the modern day.
I was just say we may want to hold off till modern day on probably most of the continents.
Oh, yes, that is what I meant. I was wondering if perhaps that would be a reasonable place to look for reinforcements.
Hmm.
Although I'm not so sure we will need large armies anymore.
We also have the problem. The minute we go back to the present, we're back on the clock.
Well, it depends on when we go back.
I mean, either way,
I
we're
don't
on
think
the
that changes
clock.
it
It's
either
just
way.
how long the clock is.
That's what I
Yes,
mean.
we are
Right now,
currently on the clock.
Yes,
Yeah, but
we're
right now the
just-
clock's effectively irrelevant to, a couple days.
I vote we go. Freak out Roselle. That would be awesome to do.
Yes, let's freak out the angel at the height of his power. That sounds like a great move.
I would prefer not to pick a fight with someone who possibly has an army behind them.
Just check on my kid. I'll be back.
One fighting one army was enough, I think, for my lifetime.
But see, we would have the surprise.
Like,
We would have
Gifton,
the
You
advantage.
just want to shoot him, don't you?
I mean,
we could take turns,
height of his
Corvus.
power. Yes. I can keep coming back over and over. I can manipulate time through the empty, supposedly.
Yes, but aren't most of you that did that gone now? You're going to start the train anew.
Not yet.
Still me.
I mean, at this point, that group is not even existing yet, correct?
Oh, the gentleman. Oh no, that's a long way off.
Should I say that was after Brest became Brest, I'm guessing?
Mm-hmm.
At this point, is there any resemblance of what becomes Brest?
Oh
as a
god,
kingdom?
no. Right now you're still dealing with a lot of proto-tribes.
Okay.
It's very hard to even trace any ancestry.
Yeah.
People with sticks.
They've moved on to copper and bronze at this point, I think. Maybe. But be honest,
Sticks.
Brest was not a major center of operation for quite a while.
Yeah.
Metal stuff.
Okay. Were you one of the triggers that caused the kingdom to actually be?
No, I did not. I did not, as far as I'm aware. He just taps his head. Have any involvement in forming Brest?
You just took advantage of what was there when you could.
Exactly.
Or just gonna blank up. There you go, morbid humor. Now you're getting better.
Oh, what else is there? Gifton, you move into the bushes to try and find
Yep.
Triamon. I mean, the moment you push aside some brush and such, you just see her sort of crouched there, sipping from a glass.
All right, I'm just gonna cover the bushes back up. I'm not even gonna
Aw.
address her. I'm leaving her there.
I'm actually sad. I was hoping she was going to do the peering through the bushes at us type.
But she's clearly paying attention.
Yep. Close that back up. That's fine. I would pretend. Oh, no sign of her. Oh, she must be really in those sands. So...
This is unfortunate. I was really looking forward to food.
Corvus is going
You
to
don't
stand up.
even eat. Of course.
I
Sorry.
can't do it here, but I want to go to the empty at some point. So, if you don't mind, I would like to leave.
There's a dramatic sigh from the bushes behind Gifton, before they're sort of pushed aside. Gifton, you're scooped up and put onto a platter that has a bunch of glasses on it, that are filled with there'll be a sort of vaguely pink tinted water.
I was not hoping to consume Gifton as refreshment.
Gifton, there's an itty bitty glass.
Pick up my itty bitty glass. Until then.
And
I am not refreshing.
she will serve out drinks to everybody.
Yourself.
I was going to say, you usually are a very refreshing person.
I'm watching you, Dragon Boy.
Yeah, everybody gets served a glass, including Dingus.
Oh no.
Dingus will put his head straight into the glass. You hear the sort of bubbling of drinking, and then he pulls his head out and just.
I know Lord Dingus of the Bridge. It's alcohol, isn't it?
Oh, no, it's not alcohol. It's a bit early for that.
Pink lemonade.
What is it? Except
Rosewater.
Oh, yeah, I don't see just being a Rosewater person.
Yeah, Dingus is like, no.
This is now perfume filled.
or baby.
And she'll then
This
just
is different.
she'll then just pull out what looks like to be a little wine skin of sorts, and pours him a little platter of milk instead,
Mm-hmm.
which he's far more happy to drink.
Does he like to drink rose water later?
He does develop a taste for it.
Oh. Hear that, Dingus? You're gonna like rose water someday. Oh.
Well, Corvus, if you wish to leave, there's a puddle just over there.
You all can stay.
I want to stay. Echo asks you.
If you want to stay, Echo, that's fine.
Yeah, she just squeezes your arm a little bit and goes, I'll come with you.
You are welcome to do that as well. I am not dictating what you can or cannot do. But you all enjoy your time here. I need time myself. So, if you excuse me.
Bye, Corvus.
Later.
We will see you later.
Did I ever tell you the time that your mother and I went to go see the belly dancers here in Zaha?
You have professed a great love for belly dances quite many a time.
Well, let me tell you about it because I don't think that you understand.
She seems to stare distantly for a bit. It's like, yep, gonna hear this again.
And Gifton's just gonna go into this majestic story about how those hips can sway in a way that she just mystifies the mind.
Arthur calmly figured out a way to kind of coax sand into a platform, and she's just starting to
Starting to belly dance.
play solitaire.
I'll play solitaire. Okay, you cut out, so I had to figure out what you were doing.
I thought she was making a sandcastle.
Okay, all right. You can while away some time there. Outside.
Yeah, all time dancing and singing and whatever. Yeah.
Corvus.
Mm-hmm.
You and Echo. It's not as graceful as descending into the Feywild. You do actually have to climb out of the fountain, and you're not magically dry this time. Thankfully, the Saharan sun is rising, and it shouldn't take you that long to dry off.
It'll actually feel probably pretty good for a while.
Mm-hmm. It's vaguely refreshing as the water evaporates off of you.
Wrings out his goatee beard thing. It's like, oh.
I got water in my eyes. Oh,
Yep.
I don't like that. So we're going to the empty.
Yeah. I just can't deal with any of that. Just need. I don't know. I just need quiet. Maybe the empty would be a place to do that.
You don't have to run to darkness to find quiet and solitude.
I know. I don't have any. I don't have any connection to any of that besides the direct. I have no. I am.
Do you not want us to be together in future?
I would not want that, but I don't know how I can be someone who can help you in what you want to be.
I mean, you're already that someone.
How? Why? Besides the connection that you are to the dreamer.
Why do you think that's important? I
I
like
don't-
you. Like you.
You like this, what I am, this unguided, emotional wake of destruction?
I like the man I know that you are. And I want to help you like you help me.
I can't comment or respond to any of that. I don't know how. That's my problem. I don't know how to react to things around me. That's not how can I defeat this? How can I destroy this? How can I prevent this? How can I control it?
Do you want to control me?
I want to control my life.
No one controls their lives.
Then why do we go on? My biggest problem when we first started was that there were others controlling those around me. And I detested that. And I learned very quickly that that was the norm of reality, to a point where it simmered to a point of Corvus becoming Corvus, the other ones. And then I lost all of that. I lost the ambition, the drive. Everything's a game now. It's all Mirror's play. He devised this whole thing, and we're all some pieces in the puzzle. Sometimes a piece gets lost. I feel like now, despite that I'm still trying to be put somewhere, I'm still that lost piece. I don't know where that began or how that started, but just
She looks up for a second before she just fixes with you with a look, Corvus, and just goes, "You're very dumb sometimes."
problem with being intelligent.
You are overthinking it all.
You say that, and it's most likely true.
I am a entity created from a call out from a eldritch being that was carried forth into the mind of another one, awakened in a dream, and given a task. And I am finding something else. Is your concern that everything is predestined, or that nothing is going to how you want. Sometimes it feels like you're mixing those concepts up.
Because I'm reaching for both of those at the same time. Trying to have control. Yes. I want to have control of things around me, things that I can influence.
You do. You can influence my smile. You can influence how your friends feel. You can influence how well a escapade goes because you have your allies' backs. You can make the difference between failure and success. You control many things around you. You control whether you continue to do this. You have control over so much. But because it's not part of a grand plan that you have set in motion, it's not worth anything.
He quietly and depressingly nods.
Corvus, I love you. I'm new to this emotion, but I feel it, and I know it's true. I love you. But you need to grow up.
Dude, that's coming from Echo.
He sits down on the edge of the fountain.
She sit down next to you. Why don't you put a grand plan into motion to make us a happy life, Corvus?
Yeah. I need to stop dwelling on what was. Look to what is going to be now.
And we now know that there is going to be for us.
Yeah. I had hope that that was an outcome. I really did.
And let's make sure that is the outcome, because you say everything's fixed and predestined, but it's not. I can feel it. And she actually looks concerned. She's looking around herself. Things aren't fixed. We could break it at any moment, and that's very scary.
We all have the capability of doing that. Everyone in there, and you and me.
And I
could
suppose
say the bad word right now.
Yes, and I suppose in a way we are intentionally planning to break things, right?
Yep.
So let's make sure we break it in a way that we can put it together into something beautiful.
Heal it back up, as it were. Mend it. Fix it.
Yes, that's the right way to say it. See, I do need you to teach me still.
No, Gifton's been trying to get me to see that as well.
She cares about you.
I know she does. I care for every one of them. I keep being called an uncle. Never even... I don't even know her.
Apparently you have some impact on her.
Hopefully not the impact that I'm envisioning.
punch the child.
Oh, don't worry. Apparently, I'm a good influence on you.
Yes. Yes, maybe this is the start of it, right?
Just nods and she takes your hand in one of hers and just leans into you and just plants a kiss on your cheek.
Corvus will smile and turn to her and said, "Echo." I can't say it because I don't. He just sort of embraces her and kisses her more fully.
She'll return the embrace and lean into the kiss.
Corvus, a man of words and writing, cannot say the word "I love you."
Yeah.
Before she breaks the kiss and just rests her head on your shoulder with a smile and she goes, "I know."
I appreciate that you do. And hopefully I can manage to say it, and I will. I do.
It's okay.
I do love you too.
See? You did it.
Yeah, it just feels awkward.
Yeah. She just stays sitting there with you as if she's happy to enjoy just some time alone with you. Back in the Feywild, the belly dancing.
I was not expecting such an extensive demonstration.
Neither
How
was
many-
I.
How many people are doing it? Like, okay, you got RG doing it. Is
Gifton doing it.
Gifton doing it?
Mm,
Do they
Yeah.
peer pressure Carrick
Is-
to start up?
The most important question is Dingus trying to.
Dingus just like wobbles.
He's
It's
trying
mostly
so
the
hard.
neck that does it.
It's doing that thing that you can see birds do where they're just.
Yeah.
The parakeet neck.
Yeah,
wobble.
that's basically what Dingus is doing.
My brain just went Dingus invented a new one, neck dancing instead of belly dancing.
But
I wonder if there's any giraffe people in Zaha.
there aren't giraffe people in Zaha, no.
Not until you mention it to Heya.
That would
Giraffe
be
bars.
be Hevos's land.
That would be
Oh
Evos,
my.
Yeah.
But Triamon is just watching you, like both hands beneath her neck, just leaning, chin leaning forward a bit, and going, "Yes, this is a familiar sight."
She's seen
this-
it like 100 times.
Is this like most family holidays?
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me that you did not relish the moment to get to see your mom and her friends doing their stupid antics.
Are you just gonna go? I'll be honest. I don't think most of them are near drunk enough for it to be a family outing.
Yes, most of the time it is thanks to alcohol. Especially with she looks at Gibson and just goes, "Other mother Razem."
You
We
can
have
just call her
other
Mother Razem or Mum. I know
now
who you
have-
mean.
Mother brothers and other mothers and
What was it? There's mother, mom, mum,
Mum.
mama,
Yeah, I do a fix for this.
Mimi.
Mama.
So
Mama.
They put the herbicide down and just
Mama.
pull out wholesale an entire barrel of beer and just slam it down.
Oh, jeez. Where did
less
you? Where?
She-
Where? No.
Bag
The-
holding.
From
Where?
her
surprise.
afro.
she's
Are you-
just eyeing it and looks at you, Archie, and goes, "Is that one of yours?"
Yes.
I'll pass.
Yeah, that'll hurt you.
would you think it would be anything other than hers?
I can have hope in my heart.
One
Oh,
of the new ones.
you're this old and you have hope in your heart. Yay!
Vaguely insulted. Just go, it's not one of the new ones.
I don't know. Older might be
Ale is not
Stronger.
my kind of thing.
She's like likes honey mead. Don't
I
you,
was
dear?
going to say,
course.
you take after that, the mead side.
There's so many delicious sweet drinks. Why would you waste your time on ale?
Corvus raises his hand. Sours, please.
Outside.
Hops and barleys and
Oh no, not
awful.
those sours. Like good sours, not
Yeah.
hop sour.
No. She's actually saying, she's waving her hand, going hops and barleys, and
okay.
no.
Mm-hmm.
My brain.
Good alcohol is made from a fruit.
Whiskey sours.
Something else sweet.
Yes, the sweet.
Am I
things.
going to have to
Duly
watch
noted.
my wine supplies?
No, not at all.
Why would that ever be a problem?
Keep your eye off them.
Yes, ignore them.
I had that feeling.
I'm sorry. Bourbon.
All right, so just
You're
so I
too
know,
young.
I'm older than you.
Middle age.
Not
is
anymore.
there anyone
Not anymore.
special? Is there anyone special in my
I
dear
know.
little daughter's life?
Special. How do you term special?
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean when I say special.
What you're saying is yes.
Is there someone you have your eyes on?
Is anyone else?
Oh, I
imagine
have my
gifted
eyes
with
on many
cheeks?
men and women.
Mm-hmm. No, but you know what I mean. In particular?
Why would I tie myself down?
Well, you know,
I hear it can be
Are you-
quite
a few
fun.
dozen or
Are
so.
you sure she's not part Denoran?
No, she. Gifton, your daughter is.
I'm
It's
looking
fine.
out for having grandchildren here. I've only got one confirmed grandchild.
She sort of looks up to the sky and goes, "Well, if you're worried about continuing the line, oh, that's happening plenty. Don't worry."
Oh, good.
You have plenty of children, after all.
I know, but
It's
I have
Giselle,
to
isn't it?
look at my beautiful baby. She should have many children.
No, it's not. It's Thaldir.
Oh, I don't
It
have the
has to be
children.
Thaldir.
The mortals have the children.
Oh.
Oh, you mean gifted?
Do you occasionally show up and shower them with annoying gifts
Of
that they may
course.
further annoy their parents?
Of course.
You spend most of your time in the Feywild.
Oh, she's the vodka.
Most of it, although I have the lovely pleasure of the Feywild running at slightly different speeds, so I could spend lots of time in the Feywild, and then lots of time in the mortal realm.
That's wonderful.
Did you find any gifts more annoying than the Phoenix?
God, the Felix is delightful.
Oh, see? She enjoys
Ah.
them too.
She is crazy, just
And
like
I
a fae.
understand
They're very
What
popular
did you
within the
say,
unseelie
Felix?
courts.
the what?
That doesn't sound surprising.
The unseelie courts.
The unseelie
I don't
word.
know
Oh,
those
yes.
are, but that sounds surprising.
That's not happened for you yet, has it?
No.
The Feywild divides into two, although this is less bad than you think. The relations are good. There
How does
is
it split?
those that accept the negativity being sealed away, and those that don't. It is more terminology. Seelie and unseelie still get along famously. But yes, the unseelie courts are a little more chaotic in nature.
And where do you spend your time, my dear?
She smiles and goes, "I flitted between them both, but I do have a favour for the unseelies."
Oh. A wild child.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, I do
why
not
she's my
quite
daughter.
fit in with either of them, as, well, I am after that.
Oh.
But that
Yeah.
has its benefits.
It's runs in the family. We don't fit in either.
You're going to pout with that.
Hmm?
It's such a sad thing to say. I expect a little pout as well.
I'll give you a little pout.
How cute.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Definitely her father's daughter.
Of course, I do take
Is that
after Faster
because-
quite a bit.
I mean, that explains the antler.
You'd probably like to know. Or
Special.
Ron, or I suppose Michael, not Michael, Gabriel to you.
Oberon's fine.
Does come to terms with himself, eventually.
Oh, that's good.
He learns a sense of forgiveness, but through penance, in a way.
Mm,
He takes it upon himself to look after the unsteady.
I see.
And I suppose it is no surprise that Titania takes the opposite.
Mhm. And clearly, there's good relations between the two because, of course, the two would still intermingle.
Of
Because
course, they love each other dearly.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage is a quaint and unfamiliar concept to the Fae, but they would if they thought it right.
Mm-hmm.
As good as.
Mm-hmm.
So, I suppose I should say, is there any way I can cheat for you? Anything you need? Any way I can help?
Unfortunately, cheating would require foreknowledge on our parts.
Mm.
You have a good idea where we're going to drop out at after we do the vault?
Oh, after you do the vault, yes. You choose a couple of months prior, I believe. You're always a little
Okay.
vague on this.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably best
Right,
not
because we
to
weren't entirely sure
bring it
either.
up.
Mm-hmm. I will say it is funny seeing you all trying to get your stories straight whenever you tell them to me, because you get confused about your own timelines quite a bit.
Can you
I
blame
wonder why. I have
After a
feeling this might not
conversation
be
like
our-
this,
Whether it's just general confusion or old age and senility, it makes it quite amusing.
It also predisposes that this is the last time we do this.
As far
I
as
have a
I'm
feeling
aware.
It is not.
I doubt it.
Last time that we have talked to you about it. We may just do it to enjoy some old friends. I could see some of us doing that.
Yes, and, well, the awakening itself brings along some oddities with the timeline.
It probably confuses us as well.
It
A
confuses
little
you.
bit.
And some of the adjustments make some things not make quite as much sense as to why they happened.
Mhm.
She looks, well, oh, of course it's gone. He actually brings a bit of sentimentality is the wrong word. The dreamer feels like it needs to make up for things.
Oh.
So, I suppose there's some nice treats to look forward to.
literally, he brings some cupcakes at the end.
I was just saying, Dingus is already thinking of the eggs that are going to appear.
I'll be honest, I was looking to get the group of us all together without Corvus here and discuss looking at finding a different way to handle the problem of waking the dreamer and getting the dreamer what it needs to help the world without using Corvus. But I guess if everything's gonna be okay, I don't have to try to subvert things too bad.
Not guaranteed. But this is the way it went for me, and should be the way things are currently going.
Mm-hmm.
We do have alternate paths.
As I do worry with Corvus's frame of mind how it has been spiraling, that the world that would come from that from the dreamer might not be the world we all would enjoy. Just
That-
because it's hard to rely on somebody who hates the place that they're in to want to care about saving it, right?
I would have figured Auntie Echo would have him sorted by now, but again, I'm not entirely privy to the step-by-step.
His
Fair.
interests have long diverged from the people and more toward what can help whatever plan he wants to make.
He is more curious about the empty, but also resentful of it. It's very strange. He wants to know
Yeah,
about
I'll
the
get there.
creatures of the empty, the nature of the empty, but he also resents being associated with the empty. It's weird.
I don't blame him, it was an abhorrent place.
That doesn't that part.
Hmm?
Figure out how to deal with that too.
Hmm.
Which I figure we'd have to for too long. It's just getting worse, it seems.
That problem takes care of itself in a way.
that could go on two ways. But since you knew all of us, that means at least whatever happened, you survived.
Indeed.
Will I be?
Hmm?
Will I be in the way?
Yeah, she tilts her head a little bit and goes, in the way.
I worry that when it comes to it, that I'll be in the way. As I don't want things to end. And I know they have to end to start again, you know? Will I be in the way?
You won't be in the way. You know that an ending is just enough a beginning.
That is good to know. I do fear my own missteps.
Oh, that's right. After you get out of here, go back to your inn room for me, would you?
I have to. I'm staying there.
And check your bags, everybody.
Our bags. All right. We'll check our bags.
But before then, I have a lovely orgy arranged. If anybody would like to join me.
Sounds like a good time.
Okay, don't expect that answer.
I still believe my wife would probably not appreciate that.
My wife and my husband are very open to these things.
They may be upset that they missed it.
Yes. In fact, Noran's going to be just, brother, will you stay?
Raziel was fixing you with a look and goes, I'll pass, thank you.
You sure?
The
I'm
panic rat
quite
sounds-
sure. Denora's actually standing up. Not Denora. Talal standing up and going, well, I feel young and limber.
All right, that's at least one more. Come on, Raz. I could get you some stiff paper and some charcoal, and you could write numbers down and rate us.
That sounds even more awkward than just taking part.
That is disturbing, Gavin.
I was expecting her to say draw pictures.
What do
I'll
you
be
think
honest.
us brownies do late at night when people are copulating and we're waiting for them to fall asleep?
I don't hear you.
No.
But I tell you what, I will go out and I will do something I actually enjoy.
Temison used to like to watch.
Are you going to egg on Corvus?
No, I'm going to harass Denoran.
No,
Ah,
well,
yes.
Give me a hug, brother.
Yes, have fun, you strange little fae. And he's hugging you tight.
I'm gonna come back smelling of strange men and women.
I will not be smelling you.
I'm gonna
I don't
sleep on
think
your
you'll
face
have
tonight.
a choice.
This is not a thing that we plan to do so much as a thing that we unfortunately accidentally.
Unfortunately, everybody's also getting flashes from Dingus that are just sex? Sex?
Yeah,
Is there sex?
Sex dingus.
I like to think that it's just that dust cloud from Lion King that always gets brought up.
The sex dust cloud, yeah. That's how the shapes are.
All right, I'm gonna just casually pick dingus up, put him up for Raziel, and go. There, you don't have to stay for the sex either. You can go.
Dingus, you're getting flashes of
the
one
exciting question.
pseudo dragon. You're just getting flashes of one girl.
But there aren't any pseudo dragons. It's only gonna be elves and Durgars
ask.
and
Dis-
lizard people.
Disappointed Dingus flashes.
Did you ask her? There could have been.
Well, they're gonna be pseudo dragons at the orgy.
I'm afraid not.
See.
I'll make up
Are you
to
a
it for
dragon?
you in future, Lord Dingus of the Bridge. Dingus squints.
Yes, he demands uncle.
Dingus flashes
Say
still not sure
uncle.
about that.
The archers are going to go, there's a couple things that I'd be willing to do. The better to ask forgiveness for, not one of them with my wife.
All right.
Just the two of you then.
It's the two of us.
Fun.
Just the two of us.
All right. Okay. She'll just motion about. You're free to stay as long as you want. The exit is just over there, however. But the great Talal and Mother, if you would come with me.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. They are led off to fade decadence. And the rest of you are.
Gifton is in fact the worst tease because she doesn't actually take anybody to anywhere of fruition. But she
Let's just move on.
Yep, she just moves on. This is her game.
Haha.
Goodbye.
Gifton, unseedy court, leaves a trail of frustration.
Yes, I'm leaving a trail of frustration in my wake.
Alright,
Horrid creature.
I am a monster.
does everybody else want to dwell within the Feywild for a while, or do you want to exit?
I think I'm good leaving.
Cass is going to
Carrick,
take off.
Carrick will.
Leave them to their debauchery.
Alright.
Carrick will.
Well, though there might be little Talals after this.
This sounds like a toy, like a child's
Yeah,
toy.
th-
Little Talal.
This is a mix of mortals and fey kind down here, so you know, it is an odd thing. Some heritage might continue. But, Corvus, you've been sitting nicely with Echo, her just enjoying peace and quiet with you. And you've dried off in the Saharan sun when there is like splashes of water against your backs, as people start to emerge from the fountain.
Corvus.
Echo actually screeches. Yeah,
Cold water.
the water's actually pretty warm.
It would be warm, yeah.
yeah.
Desert, yeah.
But it is a splash of water.
Damned.
No, you're blaspheming in the past? Brave.
What are we damning? Oh, sure, she can enchant it to make us dry on the other side, but not the other way round. Renzo's climbing out.
Coming up, making a point of splashing as much as you can, and coming out looking like a drowned rat.
I thought you were off to the empty.
I just needed a break.
Yeah. Well,
Got him this keycap bar.
we've lost Gifton and Talal for a while, which is...
What are they doing? What's going on?
You don't want to know.
Don't
but-
ask. Don't ask.
They are involved in an orgy.
graphic sexual acts.
Okay.
They wanted Rizal to rate them.
You want to go back down with a scorecard? That's what I was offered. Ugh.
And if they don't sprain anything, that's fine.
Oh, I am quite sure it will be happening.
Hey,
Did you
hey.
say spray or sprain?
Sprain.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, it sounded like spray.
No, he does speak in Hexarite, so he may have came
It
out.
may have sounded like spray.
Rezia's just giving you a look.
And he's just like looking blankly, like, what?
You're saying you and Echo want to go back in there and watch?
Or join in, I suppose.
Well, I'm going to go find our errand captain and,
Bother him?
well, that, in all honesty, I want to see if I can get some frankness out of his lovely priestess, now that we're aware of what's going on.
The nature of everything?
Frankness.
Mhm.
How so?
Well, the whole what?
The time travel thing.
It is...
Oh, with Cass.
Yes, from personal experience, I can say it is a great weight not to have to keep up a charade and lies.
Makes sense.
And it might
Well-
free him, although it might free him from having his feelings hurt in some misunderstood thing that she's not there for him, but for some greater task, and it's not both. But frankly, he might be happy with just a fling. So,
She did mention she likes
yes, I'm just going to go make sure it's all in the clear.
I'm sure, based off the limited knowledge that I know of him, I think he's well accustomed to that kind of situation.
Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if he shrugged it off, but believe it or not, I somewhat care about the man, so I'm going to go.
Better safe than sorry.
Right, I'll see you. I probably won't stay out too long. It is technically late. He glares up at the sun.
It dries you out at least.
Oh, that'll be a relief. And he'll just nod to everybody and he'll head off.
Do not get into too much trouble.
Never have.
That's a lie.
That's
Mass is
very
grabbing the
much a lie.
Trixie's illusion's hair and just wringing it out.
But it's actually not an illusion. You are a
Yes.
drow
Trixie,
right now.
You are
Yeah.
Trixie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's wringing out the hair.
Does anyone have anything?
You know,
else?
if you take it out of its ponytails, it will dry faster.
Yes, and Trixie has a massive amount of hair.
Yes.
He does. He
Quick,
just
let
needs
your
about
hair down and then just start whipping it back and forth like you're in a shampoo commercial.
That actually crossed my mind.
I
Okay,
thought you
so
were doing the
You're
song.
just gonna
So-
look like an alluring water nymph hanging out by this fountain for all
Oh,
the
God.
lizards that are just waking
Uh
up.
huh.
So we have a week to kill. I don't know how much time has left.
6 days.
Didn't
would-
take account of that while we're in there.
Yeah, we should find out how long we were in there.
Well, here's the situation then. What day did we go in?
Ask
Yeah.
the innkeeper how long we've been gone.
We
That's
could do
point.
that. That's right. How long have we not checked in our rooms?
Yeah.
And if he inquires, just it was a very, very partyful night.
I don't think with
Or we
what-
could ask how long Talar's been dead.
Oh, that's morbid.
That
You're not
may
there to say.
not be the
Actually-
best way.
Mm,
That seems a little callous, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
It would be a direct, though.
it's okay. He's not dead though.
Yeah, but they don't want that.
Oh,
And we
we
can't.
Yeah,
hope he
well,
still
we
isn't
could
after
say that
this, too.
We showed up late to it and were wondering if we missed it. I'm sure there was some sort of announcement.
Checking with at the inn may be the more prudent method.
Hopefully they didn't turn over our rooms. That's the problem. If we've been long.
Well, we should probably hurry then.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we paid it out for the whole
it's
week,
about
so-
bedtime anyway.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it is. We've been up all day.
and
Okay,
I will,
let's go to the end.
I'll be
Well, it
prudent.
is.
My
I guess they'll
is...
come when they come. Oh God! I just realized what I said.
Oh, I'm glad Raziel was gone already.
At that.
My guess also is that
Don't worry, Gifton's not doing that. She's just making other people feel really awful. That's the
I'm
only joy she's taking out of
I'm
this.
still guessing Gifton's just trying to set up Triamon the whole time.
That's
What do you
basically it.
think about him?
our new
Isn't she nice?
acquaintance probably wouldn't hold it long.
Gifton's only in there because she wants to spend time with her daughter.
Look, he's a nice boy. He's a doctor.
Bonding over orgies, just like a right proper family.
Hey, this is how you bond.
Orgies
She said,
are
and
family
drow.
time."
What am I gonna do?
Saharan Fae. There is no other path.
I'm trying to be a supportive mom right
Um,
now.
if
There you go.
If the
No, I
supportive
don't
mom
wanna-
can't go to the orgy with her daughter, I don't know what they're doing.
There you go, honey. Just lean back a little bit further.
you gotta limber up first.
So anyone
we
watching?
Hydrate.
In the future,
Hydrate.
at this point, we have now reached the NC-17 mark.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
think
pretty
we're
sure
well
it is
past-
something we've done
Yeah.
at some
Oh,
point.
yeah.
Tarnstead after dark.
Peter Marissa's when or way too late on that one.
But the great part of the party heading back to the tavern to find out what day it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you go there and you get...
What day is it?
Let it come.
Oh yeah, everybody put their illusions back on, I hope.
Nope.
Those that
Just
need to.
remember,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't need to because
Yeah.
for the inn I was in.
Also, keep in
The
mind,
non-dragon
I think
elf.
other than Carrick and Cassie and RG, So basically, Corvus and Echo are the only ones that cannot speak the language.
Yeah.
So
And
I'm definitely back in illusion because
I
Yeah.
can still
Trixie.
cast tongues though, so
yeah, basically, I'm going to assume that those that need to disguise do so at this point.
no, you gotta hold us to this, you.
Ooh, shush.
No, I'm not destroying my campaign because some players are forgetful.
I'm
Yeah.
I apologize.
You are able to make subtle inquiries. You can make excuses of, oh, we were out, celebrations, because, Talal's morning has turned to celebration at this point. And you find time has actually passed at a 1-to-1 rate while you're in Feywild. You spent a good few hours in there, and now it is like, sort of midday-ish, which, basically you've come in really late to this tavern as far as the usual proprietors would be concerned, but she's not there right now. There is actually a lizard folk tending things. But you are told to, if you're going up to bed, be quiet, do not make a ruckus.
Everyone's sleeping. Are they really sleeping though?
Yeah. But yeah, you are able to head up to get some rest if you want. After Gifton, you and Talal can, this goes on for quite a while.
Mhm.
It's up to you when you want to exit.
I might have fell asleep.
She's a grandma now.
This was funny. This was funny for a while.
Yeah.
But I'm tired, and Gifton, if she
Uh-huh.
doesn't feel threatened, she can sleep
Yeah.
literally anywhere.
Gifton's just in between a few bodies doing some things, and she's just there snoring away.
Yeah.
Right, Gifton,
Yeah.
you're awakened by water.
Ow.
Talal is actually dragging you out of the fountain.
What happened? I had a nice dream, and you were there.
I was there. What does
And
you
I was
dream?
there. Wow, they were muscly.
Oh, that was not a dream.
Oh,
Your
time is
snoring
it?
was disrupted.
It's been a couple of hours.
okay. Why are we here?
Your
Did we get
daughter?
kidnapped?
No, she said I should take you to bed. I think she
Okay.
meant in the sleeping way.
Do you think you should put your hat on and do the woohoo?
Oh, yes. And he actually glances about hurriedly. Frankly, no one seems to have noticed. He is going to take the head out. He's going to perform his little sleight of hand, say his magic words, and there is now a knoll.
He's a drenched knoll.
Yep, and you get to enjoy him trying to get back into voice character again. Basically,
Oh,
the
that's
entire way
so
back to the
cute.
inn.
It's so cute when you do that.
I am.
Well,
Well, it's just very rude for me to do.
Why don't you just talk normal?
Yes. Right, and you can make your way back to the rooms and join your companions in sleep.
I will go in the inn room quietly, but then literally flop on top of Rosdiel.
You also get ambushed by Dingus, who hasn't really slept.
He waited for
Yeah,
Mommy.
he waited for Mummy. When you enter, he's staring at the door.
Yes, if you've been kissing. Then we go over and then we're still wet. We're in wet clothes. We're just gonna go right on top of Raziel, just flop.
You just hear a grumble of, oh God, why?
Oh no, she's wet.
All right.
Hey, at least it cleaned off all the smell, I'm sure.
That's why that portal does that, I think.
It's the cleaning portal all the way out.
That's the thing we missed. There's actually a cleansing stone in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that water pure?
I am going to ask, over the span of this week, are there any important things people want to take care of?
No, not for me.
You're welcome to just go for conversations if you have anything to talk to. Any important purchases. Otherwise, I will just cover a couple of things that happen.
I will ask the GM, and I don't know if she covered this. At some point, I did want to wander back to find out if
The store's open.
lizard folk are related to
Oh, yes.
Krana.
Yes, you will go back and you'll inquire about that, and the name's unfamiliar to them, right? Because for the lizard folk, I understand that is a few generations, and not everybody keeps up on their heritage.
Yeah.
But if you sort of explained, actually, how are you approaching this? Are you suggesting you were there, or you've heard about? What is your angle?
Well, on the side, I was. He was older.
You have far removed yourself from their timelines, and you're trying to broach who these people are that are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm also at least drow back. I'd probably say my father because since I still look
that's reasonable
the
for
same age.
Yeah.
Had picked up some unusual because there were the guard drakes were picked up from Karana.
The lizard child's mother is actually here now. This large hulking one who has actually got fairly there's clearly scars over a lot of her hide. You know how scales get displaced and so on.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like from animal claws and so on. And she goes, the name is unfamiliar to me, but if they were here doing this business has been in my family for generations.
It is glad to hear that the family continued. They were wonderful animals that my father had.
What did you take?
Corvus bad. Tire Phoenix. That's just what the world needs.
Your father purchased beasts from us?
Yes, he had come across some purple worms, phoenix, and guard drakes, I think is what he was told they were called.
We have not had guard drakes in a while. They are harder to come by now.
From what he said, they weren't easy to come
by. Are they still in your family?
By the amount of research I know, would they have lived this long?
No, but she might be referring to the line, yes.
They themselves are not, but the line is, yes.
If you ever wish to sell some eggs, you'd pay a good price.
I remember it is quite a distance, but not too long.
If they hatch in the meantime, we would pay for young well as well.
Thank you. I'm also, because it's a week, going to pick up more feed, and end of the week I'd probably take your bow out because,
Gosh.
right before we leave. And
don't buy any Phoenix, any more Jaboas to be on that one as well? Or...
Baby elephant, camel.
You could get a baby elephant if you want.
We're not going with a baby elephant. That one might actually get me kicked out of the house.
Baby elephant, camel. What other Heya monstrosities?
Funnily enough, they don't sell camels here. A lot of that is actually handled by some other institutions in the city.
Do they have
Everyone
anything?
has their limits.
Do they have anything unusual?
Desert sand cats.
Yeah. Yes, actually, there would be sand cats. Yes.
Do they have the talking flying cats?
Oh god.
No,
Get-
that was someone else.
That was someone else selling those. They do not have those. If you want to find
Do they
something
have
interesting,
anything-
go ahead and I want you to give me an investigation check. Let's see.
23.
Yes, they do have something interesting.
This is something interesting.
In fact, they will have a couple of things interesting. Are you expressing an interest?
Yeah, I'm seeing what they all have. 'Cause
If you are a connoisseur, do you know how to handle unusual creatures?
Depends how unusual they are. If, like my father continued to.
How about this? And she will lead you over to a cage that has a box in it.
What's in the box?
I swear it's a mimic. Out of character.
Oh, if it's a mimic.
And
I
she
don't think I'm allowed to have one of those in
she
town.
she goes, "This is tame to a degree, but you must always be careful of them. Their appetites can outweigh their love for their owners. But behold." And she's actually going to open up the cage, and she lifts the box out. As she does, the box's lid opens up to reveal teeth and flesh, and a sort of tongue that lashes out more like curiously at its surroundings.
Out of character.
Mimic.
Because I can't. Have we as a group actually had any run-ins? with
We've
don't think
never
we-
run
You've
into
never
a
run into a
mimic.
mimic.
I didn't think we did, but I have gaps in my personal knowledge.
No, we've never run
So-
into a mimic.
Carrick, this
Mimic-
could live in your hoard.
Mimic to go with the rust monster also in town.
This
I mean, just put it in your gold room. You'll be fine.
These,
You
like-
don't get to put that near my rust monster.
These like guard drakes are hard to come by now. Said to be a gift from the great Lord Miris unto Morgani and her kind.
Mercy bastard!
This is a little too bad for all involved.
The great dragons of Morgani's lands use these to guard their hoards.
Out of character, we're gonna go back room, mention the grandma. Grandma's like, no, nobody.
You don't know if this is true or not, but this
Yeah.
is the story being given.
Yeah. How
You
much?
know you want it.
How much for the?
For one who has been a patron of my family through his line. So long, it seems. Mere 500 gold pieces.
Here's my list. I have. I have to figure out how much. Actually, I should have plenty. of
You have
that.
like 1,000 of the unmarked gold, remember? Something like that. I gave you?
What? I will have to ask because I have never directly dealt with them. What do they get fed?
They will eat meat.
Okay.
They are not picky or kind. Bone. They are quite voracious.
Great. I'm gonna have the pickiest mimic ever because it's gonna be fed.
Well, this is one meal will last them a long time.
That is good to know. Also, yes. As I'm sitting here, actually trying to find my stupid of money. There it is.
If you wish for it to take on another appearance, you must keep it amongst the similar items for a while.
Okay. Do they tend to try to, if taken care of, wander much?
Sometimes they will shift position, but they do not tend to go far.
Okay. Sure. I'm guessing this is not the last day.
This is not the last I know.
We have some time before travel, and I have a feeling, most places would not like me having one kept in a room.
If you wish to pay for it, it can stay with us in the meantime until you are ready to collect.
I would appreciate that.
She'll put it back into its little cage and just go, for other unusual creatures, here, you must keep it apart from the rest of the cages. And you are led over to a wooden cage, which has a large insect in it.
Oh no.
These large sort of feelers just curiously waving about, poking through the bars. It lets out a cute little trill noise. Give me a
Illegal.
nature check.
Do I really need one since there's
We
one
have an
in
adult
town?
one. We have an adult
That's
one
true.
in town.
Yeah. This is a rust monster.
I have heard of these. Yes, I can understand why you keep them separate from everything else. They must be a little risky to transport with their preference for?
It is not so difficult. You put them amongst the wooden crates rather than with the rest of the cages.
Yeah. I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to subtle spell my sending, and let Gifted know that there is a rust monster.
Another squiggles.
Yep. And basically, I found one for sale. Would you like me to pick it up for you?
Why would I want you to think me a pastime
Huh?
Ghostbuster? I can get one in the future.
Okay.
Maybe it's the ancestor of the rust monster, and you're
Uh,
gonna try.
Squiggles eats a lot of valuable money.
Carrick, the rust
Yes?
monster's staring up at you, and it's doing that like excited little shuffle side to side.
Food me.
It's a bit.
Hello,
You've seen a
Mahoney,
playful,
hello.
happy porcupine, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's seen a playful happy rust monster.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
You know what Squiggles
Carrick's-
wants things. Love and
Carrick's
attention.
in the condition that medals will be the horde for 9 children involved, so that's a little.
There's out this cute little trill at you.
Oh,
Oh,
unfortunately, I had to pick
Carrick, it's in a
It seems to like
cage.
you.
It does.
They are not too popular. I could give it to you for a cheap price.
How much would be cheap price?
50 gold pieces.
God, I'm gonna have the menagerie.
You
Hey,
have
we're gonna be able to make
menagerie.
baby breast matches if we need to.
You're not gonna get mine. My Squiggle's not going near your hussy.
We don't even know if they are.
Male or female, it's a hussy.
Aw. Sure, I think I can.
I'm sorry, priest of Hea. Everything in your house is a hussy.
Which, by the way, he is not openly having the holy symbol out. By the way, 'cause
Okay.
he's trying not to.
Well,
They'd appreciate it.
No, everyone would appreciate you wearing the holy symbol because it's just like wearing a cross,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. So yeah,
And like an
have it.
outsider taking interest in the religion, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
he
well.
might be wearing a future version, so they're like going, "What the fuck is that?"
No, he
no,
actually
no,
he
I
bought
bought
it
it
from
here.
now.
He
Yeah.
bought the old ones.
And I'm in the Drow illusion.
Are you
anyway,
in the
so
one?
it's
Yeah,
not
so yeah, it'd be perfectly
yeah,
fitting.
for them because I'm playing off
Yeah.
that I'm my
Yeah.
own son, basically. Yes, would I be able to also pick?
Of course. If there's anything else of interest as well, there's loads of things. There's like vultures. There's
How do you tell if they're male or female? Do you know?
She actually seems to ponder that for a second. Goes, never tried to check.
We're gonna find out that there's no way to tell.
It seems if you put a few of them together, you end up with young. So
Just spontaneous reproduction.
Hey, they could.
Yeah.
Could switch sex.
there's plenty of possibilities. They could change sex. They could be a hermaphroditic species. They could be,
Yeah.
you know,
It could just be dumb luck that happened.
yeah. They just start budding.
It's parthogenesis. They just spontaneously generate their own. If I
There's probably
I
also
was
some-
introduced.
you should totally look to see if they have one of those little baby clops running around.
I will
Or a
tell you,
little
if you
water
want to
feature.
buy the Heian beasts, you can. This
I
place
actually-
doesn't sell them.
I'd feel bad actually buying those.
But think
'cause-
of the future.
Baby.
Baby clap, baby clap.
They are quite expensive. They've got a lot of prestige associated with them, but they are made to serve. So owning one is perfectly fine as far as the society is concerned, and they
Yeah,
seem to be happy to do so. Some, in particular, they actually have a thing of only if it chooses to go with you, may you purchase it. But there are also plenty that are just up for grabs.
Rough. How much are they? Or is it?
So, depends what you're looking for. These small symbiotic creatures that can just attach to you and assist you run a few hundred gold pieces.
What
The
would
things
be,
like Clop
Clop.
starts at 1,000.
Do we want to bring Clop a friend?
I mean, I'll tell you, if you bring it up, I'll say, why don't we ask Denoran what he thinks about it? If Denoran gives us the thumbs up, I'll throw money at you.
Well, since they're
We can
not,
go pick. We can go
If
see
you
one of them
want,
pick
you
it
can
out.
finish your purchases here, and you can return to the
Yeah,
group
I will.
on one of the nights. Why don't you
Yeah,
guys
I
actually
will.
have an in-character conversation?
yeah. I'm also gonna
but-
pick up another turbo match because I'll.
You
I-
got 3 now?
No. I only had one originally empty.
Oh, this is the one you
is
mentioned
the-
buying.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is I'm gonna set. I have them set aside with the other.
You're gonna
Okay.
have 3 by the time you leave.
yeah.
I mean, if
Sure.
I do a cast real quick, I can have more than 2, 3.
What, Marcus?
During the week, Corvus will spend time with Echo around the city, but
Mm-hmm.
he also wants to do more of the learning of the Azov language with Echo.
Okay, yeah, sure. At this point, you're sort of more just practicing it, you know.
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
he's doing. Is the practicing.
In that case, you spend a lot of time with Echo by the large river that Cassie eventually went swimming in, because you need a place to do the symbols, the droplets, and so on. Cause the shapes to appear, which the creatures in the river love this. Like, you get lots of attention. It can actually be a little tricky to learn at some points, but they demand a fuss, and then they'll sort of leave you alone for a while,
Yeah.
But Echo seems to enjoy them. But yeah,
That's kind of his thing, is to spend time with her, explore the city, let her see the sights, but also kind of be with her to learn the language.
yeah. So basically, you guys can sightsee for a couple of hours and then settle down to do that each day.
But then in character conversation, of course, with character.
Yep. All right. So one night, you guys are returning. It's just starting to lighten up, so you return for a nice meal. And as you're eating,
So I
Is this meat or vegetable?
I just
Some
eat it.
a little of both.
It is a fun new game we can play.
Well, it was
oh, and actually, I should tell you, Sadar is actually coming by a lot more now, and she is genuinely relieved that apparently, it's been made aware, clear to her that, hey, we know that you're aware where we're from, and you had plans already.
I mean, she kind of had told us that at the cafe anyway.
Yeah.
that she
But
knew that things were happening in the future. But
Yeah.
now we know it's not like, it wasn't just, she wasn't actually actively looking for us anyway. Yeah, she can come hang out with us if she wants to.
yeah, that she is there, but her and Denoran are basically sat at another table, close by, but they're doing their own thing, which is a lot of touchy.
Stop snickering, Gifton.
so was he upset when he found out about the Fey orgy and not being there?
Yes, he was disappointed to not take part in that.
He was actually very upset about not getting to spend some quality time with my daughter.
That's he might demand to actually be introduced to her during the week.
Yeah, I'm going to take them out to go meet the
Mhm.
daughter of mine.
So I have a thing to bring up, although maybe more of a Norn thing. And the beings like Clop, they do sell them in the market.
They do. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and even the smaller ones like the little symbiotes and stuff.
Oh yes, Tadal says it used to be that they were rare. Even with the priestesses making more of them, there were not many to go around. But at this point, they are common enough that if somebody needs to acquire them to travel off to another area and try and build something or so on, you can get them.
Denoran!
Hmm?
Come over.
Yes.
There. You can bring Pretty along if you want.
Comes the Dardia, wants our attention, and he puts an arm around her, and which then, like, when she rises up, she's pretty much taller than him.
Taller than him, and she's gonna wrap maybe extra arms around him.
arms like drift from the shoulders down to the waist. And they,
That's fine. He's fine
yeah.
grabbing her there.
Yeah, and they come on over, and he goes, "What do you want, my dear Gifton?"
I am not as versed in the wild animal population and such of your beautiful land, so I will ask you. There are apparently beautiful creatures like our clop.
The not horse, yes, the
Yes,
divine
not horse.
beast.
So things the divine beast. Are they very common in current day?
No, not at all. I've heard tell that the Goliaths have a few of them, thanks to some arrangements, but you could count how many there are on, well, more than one hand, but you know what I mean.
The market here apparently has some other beasts for sale. And we were thinking about going and trying to make a purchase, maybe some eggs or something, maybe to help out in the future.
Sadar actually perked up and said that that is something that was not in my plans, but that would be very good.
Yes, I'm just thinking if there are certain things that we can bridge a gap on, that might be nice. And I know
further than that, I might be able to arrange for my sect to donate.
We brought some the chameleon lizards. They had been extinct. The
modern in our time.
And I know the daughter was very pleased.
This is
with
wonderful. Do you know if there's anything else that is gone in your time?
I look over at Denoran.
History is not my strong point, especially what is animal history?
All right, well, let me try to think really hard about it for a minute because I know a lot about animals and plants.
You wanna?
So,
I will allow. I will. What's higher, history or your nature?
If I'm allowed to make a check, also, my history is higher than my nature.
Unfortunately, it's an intelligence check on both.
So they're the same because you trained in both, right?
Yes, I'm trained in both.
You may choose one to do with advantage if you have both trained.
I would like to do.
This goes for anybody. You may roll with your highest statage of history or nature. If you have both of them, you can have advantage.
I'm rolling to see my wheel and woe first for the day since it's a new day. Shit, it's woe, so it's not helpful. All right, now I'm gonna roll my nature with advantage. I'm gonna spend a luck point and re-roll that one.
Thank you, my dice. I appreciate you. Give me the result I wanted.
Yes! Ha!
Wow.
That's the best I can do. It's not as good as Herrick though.
Okay.
But that was the best I could do.
What are we rolling again?
History or nature, whatever is highest. If you have both trained, you can both try to figure out what hay and critters are not still around.
Well, I have both trained, so.
Okay. All right. Oh, there we go. Telday may have seen some of this firsthand, actually.
Telday actually might, yeah. Telday.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to give Carrick, Gift, and Telday one animal each.
Yay!
So,
I'm going to take it home with
me. Carrick.
I
think that was the point, though, wasn't it?
Gift and Carrick.
Let's take it back.
Gift and Carrick are both getting their knowledge from books. So, Carrick, you know of a creature that went extinct within the last few hundred years. It is a sort of small bipedal bird called a roadrunner.
Meet.
Did the coyotes eat them all?
Yeah, basically.
Kept getting hit by vehicles.
Gifton?
I like that.
Right. Gifton, there is something called a golden hamster.
Hamster.
Golden hamster.
I just wrote hamster.
And for Telday, you are aware that there was a. Let's see what's yeah, we'll go with that. Telday, you saw the last. Well, you didn't see it yourself, but you saw him fade away. There was a kind of snake called a sidewinder that is now gone.
Okay, so we aren't aware of any hay and beasts that went away.
It's really
nearly all of
unfortunate we
them.
used them.
All right, so we'll just can we cover the pretty much all the hay and creatures
Yes.
are gone. Like a builder would be great, the water creature would be
Yes.
great. And, yeah.
As far as you're aware,
the light creatures.
yeah. Basically, the little lights is now around thanks to Gifton. You know that some of the symbiotic things might kind of exist in a way, but like in their form that they are now, no.
So what you're saying is that
The only
this
thing
week
that
we
you don't need to bring back, if you're just counting things that aren't dead, is Clop and the little lights. But even Clop species is lower number.
Got it. So what we do is we make Cassie build us like a Vardo over this 1 week,
Yeah.
and we
Alright, so-
shove a bunch of animals in there.
Next
Right,
can
well,
do it.
we will discuss that with our priestess. What would be the best way to transport enough of these back? Do you think to give a good foothold?
What you're saying this, Razio's head's actually hitting the table, and he's going. So that's what it was.
What?
There is. I wasn't
Is there
here to
some-
witness it. But I heard of the Great Migration, which was a string of caravans, as you would call them, that entered the Sphinx temples and never emerged again, carrying beasts.
RG is going to howl louder and fall out of there.
Of course, it would be us.
Yeah. By the way,
To be fair, it's mostly Carrot because this is all
Any
his
other
great
unexplained mysteries that we are responsible for in the future?
Likely a
may
lot.
may have acquired a couple new things from my menagerie.
Oh
Also,
no.
I've decided that the little rust monster should not be just kept caged up the whole time. So
You got the rust monster? Yeah,
Yes.
you know they eat a lot, right?
yes, I know.
Like we're feeding it shavings from our forge every day.
Yes, I know.
He's fat.
luckily,
Is there a
the-
rust
Squiggles
monster
is
in-
very
Need I
fat.
point out that Carrick is quite rich at this point and could feed it copper coins every day?
the other one is have you heard of a
He
mimic?
lays his
Not in
coins on the
What?
ground though.
What?
His house is gonna be awful, huh? A what? What's that? What's that?
Have you heard of them? They make the appear. They
it a
turn
bird?
themselves- No,
No.
they make themselves an appearance of an item and have teeth and are protective of areas.
Oh, that sounds
Um,
kind of cute.
No.
A mimic.
Yes. Is that? I take it that's Raz.
Yeah. You purchased a mimic.
Yes. I was told it was partially tame.
Actually,
A tame mimic is just a fed mimic.
Basically, yes.
so it's starving. Oh, that's wonderful.
No, it's well fed.
Insane. As Raz just
No,
said.
no. A tame mimic is a fed mimic. So if it's well fed, it is perfectly placid.
Yes.
It's the opposite of what you were saying.
So, what? So this thing is what? A statue, and then
They can.
currently it is a
guards
box.
things.
Currently, it is a box.
It's a
that
box.
opens
What's in
up
the
How
on
the hell is
teeth.
it a box?
They can take on quite many forms. Some of the smaller ones, when they're young, they will actually take on the appearance of coin purses. Quite a nasty surprise. A lot of people in my homeland actually use them as deterrents. You keep them well fed, but you keep them on your belt. Stops pickpockets because everybody knows that Brophy man might be a decoy that will take your finger.
That would semi back up what I was told
So
about
they
them.
they have young.
Yes.
So
I mean,
they're a
most
living
animals do.
thing. They're not like a magical.
Oh no, they're
What
quite
are you gonna
alive.
call it?
That
What
I
are
haven't
they?
figured out yet.
Boxy.
Foxy.
No. What?
Thank you for taking my name.
Why is your name Boxy?
They have another one.
Yeah, it's
If you want,
to
Gorfus, I can actually explain the biology of them to you later.
That
sounds
would
horrible.
be interesting. Yes.
If you are if you're a nice to it,
So-
I'm pretty sure you can come visit it too back home.
No, but they have
You
another
gotta
one.
Keep that thing absolutely caged at every small child away from it.
It is probably going to be a system of guarding the horde.
I thought you had the guard Gregs for that.
No, that's for guarding the house.
Thought you had the blink dog for that.
The blink
After
dog's
he gets
just
the mimic, he won't have the blink dog.
I thought the
to worry
blink
about.
dog was guarding the house and the guard traits were guarding everything else.
I think everything.
What about your guards? What are your guards for?
I'm fairly sure that everyone is already terrified away from going near your property.
Gifton's got this incredulous look on her face. What? Am I?
No wonder people are always going to Gifton's home rather than yours.
This is the thing. He's very much focusing himself into actually being
Am I
what his
doing
nature
nobility wrong?
Star's
No,
giving the
it's
group
just-
an amused look before she kisses Denoran's cheek, leaning down a bit, goes, I'm going to retire. I will talk to my fellow sect members in the morning about arranging some beasts.
We have money. We can help.
She just shakes her head. You
know
are
the thing where
already helping.
where dragons tend to like have dungeons. You're doing that.
Yeah,
with a-
you're making your dungeon.
Yeah, you're making.
I mean,
It might just be
you-
innate instincts at this point, I suppose.
Guys, don't say the D word.
Dungeon.
that is a
No,
the
the
other.
other word.
Oh,
the thing that I am.
Yeah.
not
It's loud.
showing.
I'm sure nobody will notice.
Suddenly, there's little lights in all the corners.
Dingus?
You notice Raziel has been drinking a little bit, and when he's drinking, he might not realize it himself. He does get a little lax.
Yeah, I've picked that up a couple times. Yes, we may want to still avoid using that term. There's a reason I am trying not to be too obvious.
That's why I said his nature.
Yes.
Regardless, it's your house, it's your things.
All right.
Thanks for
Well,
letting us
here
know.
is
Look at your
1,000 of
dungeon.
my gold. If you want to go
Yeah,
look
your
into getting
dungeon.
some of these
Hey.
creatures, that's fine.
You have a dungeon, I have a murder basement. So
I was less thinking, unless you think we should pick some up for around Beacon, but I think.
I was thinking for around Beacon, not your home.
Well, no, I was thinking more of going.
With
to
the
Actually, you know what? I might go look for one myself. Is the market open right now?
Of course.
Should we-
Well, actually, Sidar's sort of trying to peer out windows. You might be at the turnover point, but by the time you reach them, yes, they should be prepared.
All right. I am going to go and have a look myself. Dingus, will you accompany me?
Me?
You're looking for the larger ones, or what was I don't remember the name of the little
Light.
one you had. it light?
Treble is a
Treble.
light creature.
Yes. Were you
And,
looking for more of those? Or
Treble has already given me 45 babies and has more on the way, and we are fine.
Okay.
there is
We will
so
look for the
much
larger
light.
ones.
Hea is very pleased. I look over at the priestess. Hea is very pleased. Treble is very active.
She just smiles at you.
I thought our little light creature that if we come from Zaha and we go back to where I come from, it's daytime both times. So when night comes, it's daytime again. They love it.
I wonder what would happen if I tried to do one.
They
of the
got so
blessings on-
fat and pregnant. Okay, I'm gonna go to the market. Anybody want to come with and go look at creatures with me?
I will
I'll
come
come with.
along.
Yeah, let's go. Come on, Cassie. Maybe you can get a pet finally.
All right.
I'm more concerned about going with you and making sure you don't get anything more else that will eat children.
I don't get things that eat my children.
It's pretty sure that it is small enough that it cannot eat my children once they're.
Well, it's the end of the day, so might as well.
Yep. Brother, will you come?
I'm going. I'm going.
A second, and he's downing the rest of his drink before he stands up.
Mm-hmm.
You are a little wobbly.
I am a grand and majestic archangel of many centuries. I am fine.
Mhm.
You are very lax right now. It's little. It's lovely to see you in such good.
No, I'm not in good spirits. The good spirits are in me.
Yep, let's go. Let's go.
They can be out of you really quick.
For now.
Let's get some of that wonderful meat bread underway.
Yes, we can get some of that meat bread.
Are you just
I
gonna
remember
have-
when that
Fingers,
stuff that
meeting
you're
is starting to happen.
What is
Yep.
which one's
Cor-
the meat bread?
It's basically a flat bread with a meat stuffed into it, sort of minced meat.
No, it's I can't think.
It's a keema naan, essentially.
What's that, Corvus?
Corvus lays down the gift. If you want him to be acting more appropriate, let me know.
I'm gonna smile at Corvus and go. Let him cope in his own way.
Archie's just gonna look at him as he's being drunk or as he yells and go, "Huh, that's what it's like being on this side of the equation."
Is he able to at least?
I
keep
am
himself
not
upright
short.
Walking.
You are adorably short.
Archie's going to pat him on the shoulder.
Pat,
I
pat.
wasn't calling you short at all.
He is remarkably upright.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I didn't have to help support him or something because I don't want him to fall and hurt himself.
You are adorably short.
What? No.
Yes, you are.
Since when?
Since
As
you put on
always.
Gifton's ring, you're so tiny now.
He looks alarmed at his hand for a second as he's trying to spot a ring. Wait, no.
Wow, I think that's the first time I've ever
Your laugh is
seen
terrifying,
you,
Corvus.
You play a joke on someone, Corvus.
Echo is actually smiling really brightly at you, Corvus.
It's okay, brother. No one will belittle you.
Ah. He's going to put his arms around your shoulders, Gifton.
Mm-hmm.
Come, little sister, lead the way. No, wait.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows the way?
I don't know. We're walking this way, and we'll get
I
there
will-
eventually.
Let's
I
just
will
go.
lead.
We'll follow the handsome one.
Oh, you're calling him the
yes,
handsome
we
one
are
now.
his adoring entourage.
I don't think that's ever been true.
Really?
The entourage part.
Oh.
I hope people like me.
I hope people's like.
Alright, you need to go back to schooling, young boy.
So
Yeah,
is that
you-
why you never wear your ring? Is it because you don't want to be short?
No, being short's fine. I was quite short once. I was quite short, and I was very pretty.
You were?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
No.
Tell me about it.
Oh, I spent some time as a scribe. She was very cute. Her name was Adala, and I had a little crush at somebody, and he tried to kill me, but that is fine.
Oh.
As long as they didn't succeed.
No,
Now, when you say you had the little crush, or does Adala have a little crush?
me. It was the dominant mind, you know.
No.
And
Who was it? What was their name?
oh, his name was Duran, and he was very nice looking, but in that sort of almost feminine way. I don't know. I've got a taste, I suppose, and I quite liked him. But he apparently knew what I was, and I didn't know that.
Oh.
And he tried to drive a blade through me, and I put it through him.
Oh.
And that's when I went, nope, not doing that again.
I'll give him a hug. You know, not everyone's gonna stab you.
No. You
Oh.
wouldn't stab me.
No, I'd never stab you. You'd have to ask me to.
Would you do it if I asked?
I don't know. It depends on the moment.
Oh, maybe you can be my sweet release at the end.
Oh, don't do that to me.
I'm not going to stab you.
I'll do it.
I think she means don't
No,
make
you
her
can't stab
you.
Gifted either. I will
think she
defend
meant-
Gifton.
I think she means
Archer
she doesn't want to
I
stab
meant
you.
stab you.
Oh,
You
okay.
don't get to stab him.
What if he wants it?
Corvus, would you like to stab me?
I think there's the worst person to ask that.
I would
More
give
than
this to
anything,
you.
I thought you'd never ask.
Yes, point being, exactly.
It's like Corvus suddenly rises out with an angel blade because he's got a bag.
It is
full of
time!
My time's to shine.
Tickles the hilt of the angel blade out of his long coat.
He didn't actually frown a little bit and goes, "But for sharing, aren't I?"
A little bit.
No, you're
Ah.
fine.
I'll be honest, this is the most personable I've found you in ages.
Yeah. Because I'm tolerable with a bit of drink.
You're tolerable without it too.
Tolerable and tolerable.
Yes, you're very tall and
You don't
extremely
Oh, when
handsome.
we drink.
I don't want to be short again.
That depends if you stand on your toes after being.
You want to be short again?
Mm.
You just talked about wanting to be tall.
When?
Just a bit ago.
And, he just sort of leans against your bit of Gifton as you all walk along.
Mhm. I'm rubbing his shoulders. For
And
If you are ever interested, I've been reading some things in my father's book about certain surgeries that do change one's heights.
oh really? Oh, that's got to require a lot of soaring.
Yes, it does. But it's not found out with magic, so it's very handy.
Thing to consider.
Mhm.
And I mean, you could always regrow them.
I don't think I have that ability.
Don't worry, your doctor does.
Dr. Corvus. He sort of mumbles under his breath.
Sounds more dangerous than the magical ways.
Gifton's got like gritted teeth because right now she's fighting the urge
Really dangerous.
to whip out a wing and cover it over Raziel
Uh-huh.
to hide him from Corvus. But you can tell she's tensed and she's biting her teeth like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
You are
I'm
always
holding it
welcome.
back.
You're always welcome at my table.
It's gonna
And
happen
his
at any
murder.
minute.
Dinner table or surgery table?
Either one.
Oh, they might be both of you.
They're both in his murder basement.
He has a box of meat. Watch out.
You all see it just about the same time that that Dinka starts like flashing big in your minds. As
He
you
only does that when dragons are around.
as you've entered what you would think of as maybe a sort of wealthy noble district in Sahar. Just past the sort of, you guys walk up like east and south of the east and west of the temple lot. This is actually going more north past it. And there is a large builder just sort of near this equally tall building. And immediately you will see these banners that basically show, they don't really use the word sell. It's
Trade.
trade more. It's even that. It's more worded as acquire a defined companion kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And as you come closer, you can see, yep, there's that builder. There is a few beasts. They're not caged or anything. They're just sort of milling about. You can see one of these sort of magical hunters like Klopp clinging to the side of a building, apparently just watching what's going on. There are a lot of little lights around.
Gifton's gonna have to start flashing lights of greetings, hello, friendly.
Oh man, you get such an array of lights in return, which is what sort of maybe alerts the people at the soul that you're coming.
Oh God. It's like a parade, isn't it?
Yeah, you are immediately met by a drow woman who is not a priestess, but is quite large, quite heavily swollen in the stomach. She sort of comes around and smiles at you all and goes, greetings. It is nice to see one of the visitors. She's because I'm assuming you're out of disguise.
I am.
Yep.
Yep, so am I.
I'm not little, but I'm wearing my other one.
Yeah.
I don't know if Carrick's wearing his.
It is
I'm-
nice to
I'm
see.
Yeah, I'm in normal with the brooch on.
Yeah. It is nice to see a visitor that understands and can speak to divine creatures. Even most of the citizens here cannot do that.
Oh, I have always been an adorer of all walks of creatures in the world, and when I found out they could communicate, of course, I had to just absorb all of that knowledge. It's so wonderful to be able to communicate with them.
And I can tell that you have been here for some time. You are picking up the accent.
I am picking up the accent a bit. I think I've been talking to the bushes outside, and they also have the accent. They're very funny.
So, I have been made aware by the priestesses of the temple that you to be assisted.
We just
Oh,
had that
wonderful.
conversation.
Within a
She's a
minute.
cleric. She's got sending.
Yeah. Wonderful. It's great. Yes, we were. We thought we'd personally come over and look. Of course, we figured the priestesses, so
Yes,
probably sort some things out. But
While they, I'm not exactly clarified what. I assume that you are to be allowed access to any of the creatures, should they so choose you. I imagine the clergy are willing to cover a lot of expenses, but I will say anything that you pay will go to the assistance of building further colonies and
of
expanding.
course, we have quite a bit of gold. I hope that will work. Gifton's gonna take out her 1,500 that we had,
Mhm.
and then we probably don't need much more than that for the rest of the week because I have more in change. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that down. I'll put a bag of that down, and then I'll look to the rest and go. I think it would be good to make this donation here. I look to the rest of them.
I'm just gonna pull out 2,700 unmarked gold and put it down too. I'm helping.
Whatever expense Corvus would have done during this time with the library and milling about with Echo in the town, he will pull the remaining out.
You only threw like I think 50 gold or something like that at the library. So
At the
you should have-
library, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think you would. I don't think probably more than 5 gold is probably what most of us would spend during the course of town, unless
Okay.
we went crazy.
Yeah,
No, I gave
Fed-
100. I gave 100 to the
Actually, yeah, I would probably put 1,000 down because I had probably bought like $500 worth of, or 500 gold worth of just bric-a-brac because I was loading up to bring into the future.
So
Mhm.
let's just say 900
yeah,
from
so-
Corvus.
yeah. So we'll all kind of mill some money in.
okay.
I'm trying to open my bag, see how much I still have left. I'll put. I've got more, but I'm going to throw 1,000 down for now.
I just over 2,000 just so I keep 700 in case.
Well, this is a very nice donation. How about we introduce you to some of the creatures here?
Yeah, okay. And Gifton's gonna keep flashing everyone well at them.
All right. She'll start taking you around, and creatures are happily flashing back at you, Gifton. You do get flashes of curiosity. It's mostly back and forth between them. Some of it's directed at you.
I'm
yeah.
I'm catching their side conversations
Yeah.
too because they communicate much themselves.
What name are you going by?
I haven't given a name.
Oh.
I haven't given a name the entire time.
Yeah,
Oh.
neither have I.
Ash?
You'd be surprised
Uh-huh.
if you just don't
Well,
introduce yourself.
Remember,
Most people don't care in the world.
and
Yeah.
also remember, speaking Barast is completely unknown, pretty much to them. Unless they
Yeah,
use
and
magic,
also
so,
also you have to cast tongues to be able to talk
Mhm.
directly. So,
In your head, Gifton.
which unfortunately means he wouldn't be able to talk Baratheon on secret. So yeah, he's got to do telepathy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm guessing they're flashing in colors, yes?
Mhm.
Okay, that
Yeah.
makes more sense.
you just see like
Oh, yeah.
brightening.
Bright and darkening,
Yeah.
bright and darkening.
Yep.
I mean, it could be like.
It's different shades of
Porto.
grey to him.
yeah, it's tinging.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also a little bit of trilling with it, which
Yes, there
Gifton
is.
does the trill as well. So
I was just
Yeah.
confirming if that was
Uh-huh.
the indeed.
you're
Um,
basically just seeing me make a glow light in front of myself every once in a while.
As you are being introduced, you do actually also catch sight of a contingent approaching you. There are a few Scorpion guards, accompanied by a couple of Sphinx guards, surrounding which you guys were here before. Judging by the outfit she's wearing, what looks to be the current High Priestess of the Hayes Temple.
Oh no.
Gifton is going to follow suit with whatever people in the area do when a priestess like that walks by.
Not too much happens. Like, people bow politely, but it's not a thing of like you must grovel or such. It's just a polite bow before they
bow politely and get out of the way as if they were going past.
Unfortunately, you sort of move out of the way and they stop.
Yep.
And who was there? I'm going to ask everybody to roll just for the sake of it. Could everybody please roll me an investigation check?
Okay.
Oh, that was.
I rolled
horrible.
pretty. I hate you, Tilde. I was like, I did really all, and then Tilde
I'm
and
sorry
Carrot.
to do that right in the middle of you saying I did pretty.
For those that want to know, the 20 is the pass point. If Cassie or Corvus want to use anything to reroll.
I don't have anything.
All right, because
Give me a
I'm a
second.
snidely whiplash. All right, take this from Tilde.
Oh no, we still got 6 higher than everybody else.
I'm spiting Tilde.
Nice.
I mean, I could add a D10 to mine if we really wanted to play that game, but I'm not going to play that game. That D10 might be useful later.
No, I'm not doing that. As funny as it would be.
I
I'd
mean,
have to-
you. Oh,
yes,
you're
the
on
reason-
wheel right now.
Okay.
No, I'm on woe. I'm on woe.
that's
I have to
what
do
I meant, so-
negatives. I have to do negatives.
Alright, so,
So yeah.
any
I'm
rerolls?
re-rolling that
Okay.
investigation.
Oh,
Painful.
Really?
Oh,
how painful.
you have a luck? You have luck?
Yes, I have my lucks.
Use your luck. Use a luck.
Using a luck.
You have a really good intelligence score compared to me. I'm dumb as a brick. Oh, and back to where you were. That's the story of it. That's the story.
That's funny.
It
That is
hasn't
sad.
given me anything above a 10 tonight.
It gave you a 10 though.
You need to woo the dice more.
Mm-hmm.
You should have had
If
that
these
orgy.
were real dice, I would be throwing them in a freaking cup to toss in the microwave.
But that's not wooing. That's why they're so mean.
No,
Alright.
it's called execution.
All right.
Okay, so those that rolled a 20 or above, she's incredibly elderly at this point. She does not actually sport the large stomach that a lot of the priestesses do.
Oh my god!
But here
I thought she was
is-
retired.
Here is Jala, daughter of Shala.
I recognize her.
Mm-hmm.
Kristen's eyes light up a little bit.
You last saw her as a quite young priestess.
Mhm.
Oh god, I'm not paying attention.
Yeah.
You are Trixie, though.
I am going to use telepathy to Cassie to go, isn't that Jala, Shala's daughter? And
What?
I can't communicate. You can't communicate back to me.
do you want to audibly say what? I think that's pretty fair.
She's not here. I was told she was.
No, that's
busy,
Shala.
retired.
Shala retired, not Jala. Jala is the daughter.
No,
I
this
just
is
said-
what Cass is
Yeah.
saying.
Oh, you're saying that out loud?
Yeah.
She is regarding you all, and
Kristen's head facing.
anyone that okay, so Carrick and Telday, you can tell that knowing twinkle in her eye.
Ah.
Oh no, she's Santa.
And she just very softly says, "It has been a long time."
Has.
Has.
Lean over slightly to Carrick to go, who the hell is she?
You weren't even here.
She was. That's the former Prime Priestess's daughter, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember who
Yeah.
Shala was. That is the daughter of the High Priestess from our previous visit. I'm saying that in Barast, by the way.
She's gonna start and lean in again to go, is that bad?
I see that the river is a lot
that is not
safer for
bad.
people to frolic in now. Appreciate
she,
it.
she actually chuckles a bit with it, and she's smiling quite brightly and goes, "Oh, it has been so long that I'd almost forgotten that was the reason."
Hey, River Cass is turning back. Turning back around.
Congratulations.
She's looking about. No priestess disguise this time. Which one of you
Oh,
was the diver?
She is speaking in Sahak.
She is speaking Saharan, yes.
Gonna.
I am afraid my guise is currently in action at the moment, and she's gonna point at Trixie because I was wearing Trixie last time.
Yep.
So that would.
Yep.
So that is not. You were her, but now you are not.
Did you just? Ow.
yep.
She just literally asked.
Yeah, and you.
I wasn't here.
Yes, you were new to this whole.
Trixie's turning around. Hello.
Hello. Are you still into swimming?
She
Not so
is.
much. Not really. I don't have those abilities anymore.
Have a try.
Well,
Yeah.
the Sphinx Guard never detail, and she's looking at the escorts with a little bit of reproach. But I am at least told that there is a disaster, and it is of some import to preserve things.
May I ask how Priestess Shala is?
She bows her head a bit and goes, "She is afforded the longer life that our kind are." She gestures down to her augmented body, but she spends most of her days in rest now. She actually looks a
I
little
wish
sad
her
and
the
goes,
best.
"My mother is looking forward to joining water."
I nod. I hope that she will find happiness in the daughter's arms, as she should. She deserves it.
Thank you for your words. As for this, she gestures around at the market. You will be provided whatever you choose, so long as they choose to go with you.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you.
And she actually looks to the proprietress here and goes, "They need not pay. Give them whatever they need." They've already donated some.
We are
I love
very
money.
happy to donate, Priestess.
Yes.
Great Priestess.
In that case, that is welcomed, but provide them
It will help
beyond
us.
the value. Of course, Holy Mother. And the proprietress actually bows very deeply. The Jala sort of seems to linger a second, looking at the Sphinx Guard before just regarding and goes, "Do we have a healthy and happy people?"
I didn't understand what just said. Sorry.
do-
Brain didn't
Do
process.
we have a healthy and happy people?
She's asking about the.
I nod.
Yes.
She nods as if that's all she needed to hear. For she gives you like the very slightest of bows.
Priestess, I have one other question, and I'm sorry to ask this, for I do
Please.
not know the answer. There was a watcher here last time. From Talon's land. What came of them?
Which watcher do you refer to?
Fariel.
Ariel is a. I've only seen her a few times in my life, but she's a welcomed guest whenever she arrives.
I nod.
They do
She was
not
a kind face.
oversee us as much as they used to.
I noticed it is not as bright here. In that way. It is bright in a different and beautiful way.
After the. Yeah, she looks down for a second. Conflicts. Hale insisted on independence to an extent.
Of course. I would expect that. as she should. I just had the kind spot for them. They were very enamored with your people.
Yes. She was a nice one. Not, haughty.
Thank you. I bow my head.
She just nods in acknowledgement before looking you over. The daughter's blessings be upon you all.
Daughter's blessings upon you, as it clearly is.
Safe journeys. And she turns to leave with her escort.
Bye, Jawa.
Goodbye, troublemaker. She just says softly with a little kindness in her voice. And she
Oh, you have no idea.
Little swimmer.
she leaves.
Good idea.
The proprietress is looking a little wide-eyed. Well, as the Holy Mother wishes. All right.
All right. So what picks us?
All right. She will go around introducing these creatures. So there is. Actually, first thing she will do, she will introduce you to the soul builder that seems to be here. It is a towering creature that doesn't so much lean down to meet you, but like these long tendrils descend that have a lot of like eyes is the wrong word, but it looks like sort of sensory nodules.
Mm-hmm.
And it just flashes colors of welcome at you.
Hello.
And it starts to communicate. And you learn this tongue, but this is complicated, even for what you learn. Like, these things seem to be, you think, endowed with a greater intelligence than the rest of the little creatures. And the proprietors will actually explain to you that essentially the entire mass of these beings is the mind.
Beings. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's not even multiple beings. It is the mind. The larger they are, the more intelligent.
Oh, neat. They're more articulate than me.
Yeah.
So Gibson's like suddenly just become you big smart. Big smart.
It pulses a bit slower. Which Gifton
Slower
can
and louder.
Gifton can first direct with it, but the proprietress will actually translate for the benefit of the rest of the party. And she'll just say, he wants to know what your need is. What do you wish to build? What's your project?
Gifton is going to start flashing new capital like this.
There's a pause.
Big undertaking.
The
Homes.
builder pauses for a second before starts flashing it to you. Important. Great honor. Will join. He accepts.
Yes, they are very friendly.
Well, they do not often choose to go. Okay.
You've had them for a long time, haven't you?
She actually looks choked up for a second. Yes.
I'm gonna give her a hug.
And she's just, returns it gently before she reaches her hand up, and you see the builder reach and sort of wrap this tendril around her arm, and she just pats it gently with the other, and says, I'm going to miss you, my friend. And it just pulses comfort and love at her. And she wipes her eyes a little bit before let's introduce you to some others. All right.
She was expecting that to be a quick get over with. It's not even going to happen. And then all of a sudden, what?
And she takes you around, introduces you to other creatures. Towards the end of it, you are going to have met about 4 of Klopp's kind. 3 of them will agree to go with you. The other one expresses sorrow, feels indebted, must protect, and he directs that at the proprietress. Angry.
Maybe I
and
just
after
sound
that,
like that.
angry dog.
Okay.
You are also introduced. There is a large pool out back of this structure, where there are quite a few of the flat flaps of catties kind.
Oh, you mean the cats?
No, the
The water.
the water.
The
Stingrays.
rays.
The stingrays.
Oh, the waters. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, it was a pool, not a pole. Okay.
yeah. Which just start flapping happy greetings, hellos as soon as like people start approaching, and
Okay, good. No purples. at end.
the proprietress
That
goes,
color.
"I do not expect any refusal here. They are always happy to go." And
Of course, they want more water, I'm assuming.
they just like to see things and meet people.
They're very friendly.
And indeed, just about every one of these is going, yes, we'll go. You don't even have to explain what you're doing.
Take
That's just
me.
Cass is up by the water, like, hello.
Yeah.
We literally found the dingus of Hay and
Yeah,
Creatures.
Gifted is just quietly petting Dingus.
Mhm. There is another. It's like almost cloppish, but quite a bit smaller. It tends to pull itself inwards. Like the clop-like creatures, they sprawl out. Their tendrils going everywhere. Right, they're sort of always moving active. This one seems almost withdrawn, but she'll explain to you like it's not any negative thing. They just like to maintain a close shape for themselves. And she'll go on to go. These are academic assistants. They are very good at remembering, most things. They can fetch books unerringly fast. They will remember where a thing was placed, even if you do not. And
No,
Talal,
a rival for my job as a familiar.
Yeah,
I look over at
Talal's actually gone. We have a couple of these in. I mean, I have heard that the academy has a couple of these in their service. They are immensely clever beings, at least for memorization. And she nods, and
Does
the-
it want to come along?
you ask it, and it flashes and goes, "What is your need?"
I'm going to start flashing complicated lights to it.
Mhm.
Great scribe needs to avoid a catastrophe of a great storm. Has very little time to work and needs your help.
It just queries preservation of knowledge.
Knowledge and people.
Accepted.
Or I'm going to get a motion to Talal of I think it's interested in going with you.
Oh, that is good honor. Thank you. And he bows to the creature, which just unfurls a couple of tendrils that splay out in what might be some sort of like reply. It's not a flashlight, so hard to tell with the body language. But actually, you can quickly see like Talal bows and he sweeps out his arms. It's mimicking that movement. The rest are rather minor creatures. She does take you to some tanks that have some symbiotic creatures in them. She'll explain the uses of each of them and go, and they do not really understand too much. They're more simple-minded, so if you need them, they will simply go with you. You have things here that can enhance sight, things that help people withstand heat or cold. Essentially, they can just boost metabolic functions.
I don't know what's important about these, but I'll probably grab some. just to do
Corvus
it.
is just vaguely curious about the sight one.
Essentially, they will network themselves into your own system of input, attach themselves to you, and you will be able to see what they see, which is a great amount.
You might be able to see color again.
Yeah. Corvus and Gifton said, how about you get one of those? That may be handy for my situations.
I'm gonna get a couple of
If you
whatever, because that's just whatever will
do
want to
not
come.
mind me asking, your flesh is crude but very well done. But I saw you mention a great building like Tulia.
Yes.
If you are to have many people, you may want to take an assortment.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Is maybe an assortment of these. I don't know what the people will need.
She seems to ponder for a moment for going. The Holy Mother seems to think your task is of great import, and these can be easily replaced. You will take them all.
I will nod.
If you insist.
Of course.
Okay.
It was really bad. I was imagining just like the bulk, maybe just scooping up a bunch.
Okay.
And I apologize for my crudeness, but I have only done this for a short time.
It has taken me about 70 years to get to my point. You are doing very well for a short time.
I had a very good tutor.
Was she using magic to make the light flashes, or just
Yeah,
actually-
Yeah.
I'm using.
Oh no,
magic
not
for
you.
it.
The person we're buying from.
Yes. She actually give me a perception check or investigation. I'll call it actually.
Okay.
Yes, she is using magic, but it is through what looks like to be a magic item. She has a sort of bracelet which leads off to the little ring that's on her hand that she uses.
Nice.
It's sort of somewhat hidden beneath her sleeve, but that's what she uses.
She's
Probably gesture activated. It's almost like she's doing sign language, but
Yeah, essentially.
producing the lights. That's
Yeah.
kind of neat.
I mean, we probably will have to come up with those.
You'll need some communication. We
It's
can provide these
good.
items and scrolls on how to operate them.
Good, then that would be good. I will make sure to teach people the language as good as I can.
And she will take you around, and you get introduced to a whole bunch more creatures. There's a wide variety that cover different tasks. Some are able to soar through the air, quick messengers and so forth. Others are for corralling livestock and harvesting wheat and so on. You get a majority of assent. The occasional thing doesn't want to go with you, but you get at least one of each kind.
Mm-hmm.
And it becomes quickly apparent why this will be termed a great migration, because this is a lot of creatures.
Mm-hmm.
But
I bet Denoran's just like wide-eyed the whole time because he hasn't seen most of these in his life, right? So,
and
like, this is things he would have heard of as a boy, right?
At the end of it, she goes, "Tell me, would you have priestesses or those willing to act as hosts for their futures?"
We do have a priestess coming with us. Yes.
But you understand
And there
that
will
they
be-
must
there will be more.
reproduce with others.
Mhm.
In that case, I will arrange for their transport. When are you leave?
How many days are we out?
You have about 3 more days left.
3 days.
Then we shall be ready.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
She closes her eyes briefly, and she motions towards, and it's in the distance now, but you can still see the builder. And she goes, "His name?" And she will perform some flash motions with her hand.
Mm-hmm.
Please take good care of him. I've been with him since I was a child.
Of course.
We will take wonderful care.
I don't suppose you're up for traveling.
The idea of going elsewhere is scary.
It is.
But where are you doing? It seems like more than a colony.
Yes. It's going to be quite a lot.
Something to that effect.
Where are you going? To the northern coast? That is still new.
I'm gonna put my finger to my lips. The secret.
She looks back towards the builder, and she bites her lip and goes,
I know that many of your creatures would probably feel safe if you were there.
I will ponder this. I have family here, so I must think.
Of course. If you have family, then of course you must stay.
It's not an easy thing to leave. It never is. It never should be.
I suppose I could always come home.
Or we could always take your whole family, I said with a laugh.
I will.
With your
I don't think
position.
that's somebody.
That would
With
be
your
possible.
permission.
I will ponder this. Daughter's blessings go with you.
Daughter's
God's
blessings.
blessings with you also.
And as you all leave, having secured the quite a lot of Hayes Divine Beasts,
Uh-huh.
heading on back to the tavern to regroup, that is where we will end this week's session.
Okay.
Everybody take 3,000 experience points.
Woo.
Everybody
Boom.
take a Hey Piety and a Standard Piety.
Yeah.
Ellen Priest.
Oh! Did it?
So is there something for getting higher than 60?
There is
at
not.
this
No.
point? Okay.
No, stop.
Nope.
Well, I can't.
Actually, I'll tell you
stop. I
what,
just
I'll
got
put a
another
bonus
height.
prize at 100. How about that?
Okay.
No, he'll hold you to this.
Well, no, I'm not.
Listen, if someone can
can
get to 100, I will give them something.
I mean, I'm at 61 hey now.
If the campaign goes on long enough for somebody to get to 100, woe betide me.
I mean, that's only another 40 at this point.
39 for me.
Yeah,
Good.
thank you for playing. We shall do this same time next week.
Woo.
Cool.